Welcome. How are we doing tonight? I hope you are having a fantastic start to your week. You are sitting live here in the Action Lab with Chris and Scott, your hosts. We will be here with you all night long. There's nobody else that would probably be sitting here with you in the Action Lab, right, Scotty?
I mean, you have guys on sometimes.
Yeah, but
no. This is it.
We're here.
And my voice is somewhat better, maybe a little.
Which means if it's so much better, we could get you to sing a little bit on this one, since I did all the carrying on the last one.
I don't think I can do that. I try to do like finger guns, like pew, pew. I can't see, like I can't like get up, can't get the high notes that I usually just destroy in a good way, obviously.
We got already a few of you guys in the chat. Moon Princess, welcome in. We're going to look at some of those cool NASA images. Beastie Boys song, Intergalactic. Guys, we have a little theme tonight. We got a theme. I'm doing something new for the first time that we haven't done. Actually, I don't think we've done anything like this, but we're going to have a theme for our opening segments. And we're going to have some fun with it.
It's going to be out of this world.
It's going to be...
Did I do it right, Chris?
You absolutely did it right. We're going crazy with this one. We're going intergalactic. We're going cosmic. Maybe there's been some current events out there that have kind of influenced this. And if you're part of our Discord, I get jazzed up about all this nerd stuff. So we're going to tease that a little bit, and then we're going to get Space Jam. Yeah, McNuggets. So tonight, all I want to hear is all of your space puns from here on out. That's all I want to hear. Let's see. I got a surprise shot at my doctor's office today. You sound better, Scotty, says Moon Princess. What else do we got? Heads up. I'm drunk from the baseball game, Pierre. Pierre, were you working the baseball game? I hope you weren't working the baseball game.
Feel like you shouldn't be consuming your own product you're trying to sell or whatever while on the job. But if you're drunk tonight, we are going to be in for a doozy, Chris, because we got some stuff that may or may not, make Pierre happy, or at least I do. I don't know.
He's already been blowing us up in the Discord. By the way, join the Discord if you have not already, because there's been a lot of conversations about Zach Wilson, about NHL free agency. We're going to be covering all that stuff tonight. We have an absolutely stellar show, and it's going to be fantastic all night long. It's packed. We're going to be getting all of our quarterback rankings from 32 to 21. We're going to be getting those out of the way right off the bat. Then we're going to be doing another round coming up on Sunday. We're also going to be talking NBA's headlines and news. There's some interesting storylines, interesting tweets out there, but we're going to touch on some of the Donovan Mitchell stuff that's happening, because he's now potentially going to be traded, because Utah's going to be kind of working the phone lines, potentially listening in for some things there. So we're going to be talking about that. I got some things on Kevin Durant. I got some things on... Did you see what... By the way, we're not going to dive into this. What Andre Iguodala said about Rasheed Wallace in Twitter?
Yeah, what did he say? He'd be like a top 5 player in the league?
He said if Rasheed Wallace played in our league today, he would be a top 5 player. He'd be better than Giannis. All
right. First of all, 2 things there. Bruh. Because if he's better than Giannis, he's better than top 5. He's at least top 3, right? Giannis is top 3.
He would be one of the best players in the world. Rasheed Wallace would be one of the best players in the world.
Don't get me wrong. I liked Rasheed's game a lot, and he was a little he was a little before his time, if that's kind of what he meant, in the sense of he was kind of a stretch four that he had a pure 3-point shot, very skilled player, but like he is not the athlete that Giannis is. Like he's not. There's a lot of things missing from his game that couldn't hold a candle to Giannis. So, all right, Andre, say what you're gonna say, but I disagree. Just a little bit.
The NBA is full of hot takes all of a sudden recently. I mean, hot takes everywhere. You know what I mean? Whew. Like everywhere you look, someone's throwing out a soundbite or a tweet or something, and I'm just like, are people bored? You got a lot of people just throwing stuff out there. Let's see. So forgive me if I'm a little spacey tonight. From the booster. See, I like it. I like all the space puns. We're gonna keep that theme going. We're gonna get this rolling here soon. Did they have a chaser? Yeah, I don't think they give out chasers there. Cuban, what's up, Cuban? How we doing? Reckoning, what's up? Like Kevin. What else do we got? Scotty's favorite player hit a nuke.
Gross. Gross.
Watch out for the fake tweets. ESPN got you baited. We're going to touch on that right off the top here, so I can't wait. I love space so much, so I think we're going to have a good night. If this is just about being stretch 4, I wonder how he thinks Skeeta would do today. Skeeta would be a top 10 player in the league.
Skeeta would be in his own galaxy, Chris.
He'd be in his own world.
No, galaxy. Whole separate galaxy, Chris. That's how good Nikolaus Skeetashvili would be today.
He would be playing. He would play out of this world, realistically. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Diacola. Welcome in. Moon Princess, if only I hadn't been cock-blocked by math. Hell. Well, Scotty's great at math. So if you want to get in on some math, Moon Princess, he's good at 2 things in this world. Math and singing are his 2 claims to fame. So, yeah. I mean, he can manage.
I mean, being smarter than everyone at sports takes. That's another one.
I mean, that's
obviously.
I need space. I'm over the moon for you. Love you to the moon and back. It's just a phase.
Yeah, there we go. Football Wife, thank you for the 100 bits. I love all of the space. I just want to dive right in now. All I want to do is get in here. Let's see. Singing, Scotty, do some karaoke. Scotty's done plenty of karaoke in his day.
I do get after it. Usually my go-to is a little NSYNC bye.
Yep.
No big deal. I just Roger. Have a natural boy band voice. Is that a good thing?
Scotty, sing Copperhead Road.
Can't sing anything right now.
All right, so we're gonna get things kicked off here, but as always, I always like to throw out our PSAs. Make sure you guys, Reckoning, you know how to throw out all the Discord links and all of the socials. Make sure you guys are following all the socials. I'm trying to post more and more. I posted our YouTube channel today to my last segment. So make sure you go check that out. That's the Why It's Important with Kevin Durant and his legacy. So go check that out. Give a like, give a comment. It boosts the analytics whenever you go in and help with that. Another way to support the channel is to just participate. That's the biggest thing that I care about more than anything else. Just being here, talk some sports, and let's get to know you guys a little bit. Let's get to know anybody who's new. Let's always welcome the new folks, and then, just get people all involved. That's what makes our community the best. 3 exclamation point Prime in the chat, as Football Wife has put out there. If you haven't subscribed to a channel before, you can do it for free. So make sure you hit that Prime link in the chat. You can link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch, and you can subscribe to any channel once a month for free. Prime it up with us, guys. If you guys have that and you're just chilling, it doesn't cost you anything. So go ahead, do that. You could also send biddies and a message to the stream like Football Wife already did. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. And finally, hit the follow button. Yeah, hit the follow button. That's pretty much it. But I have been getting caught up on all of our podcast platforms. So make sure you go hit us up on a podcast platform if you miss out on any shows. Let's say you're busy. Sometimes Reckoning can't make it, or sometimes, Cuban doesn't make it, or Marie can't make it all the time. you know what you guys can do is go on to our social platforms.
I'm trying to think of some black hole puns, but I'm void of words.
Yeah. Let's go. Crushing it. This space theme is really, oh man, it's so good. We should do themes more often. I think we need to do themes more often, Scotty.
Okay. I think we can handle that.
Hit us up on podcast. Hit us up on our podcast platforms. Thank you for the biddies, Moon Princess. Appreciate the love.
And the best part about podcasts is what, Chris?
You don't have to see our faces.
It's a dream. It's a dream for you guys. Even if you do watch this or are here for the show, you might as well go back and just listen to it, because I wouldn't blame you to not want to see our faces. It makes a lot of sense. Like, we have the face for podcasts.
We do.
For sure.
We definitely have 100%. And you know what? I'm building out our website so we can have that as a place you can go. Action Lab, see all the things we have going on. Our store, our podcast, our latest podcast will be on there, embedded on the page. All sorts of cool stuff. We're growing, guys. We're getting bigger. We're big time. We're doing it. And all thanks to you guys. Have an air fryer in my cart. Please tell me before Prime Day ends. Are they good or a waste of space? Is that supposed to be a pun?
I think it was. Absolutely, get that air fryer. Hit that buy button. Hit that buy button.
Hit that buy button.
They're so convenient and easy, and you can put like anything and everything in there. Whether it's making it for the first time, reheating stuff, it's incredible.
It is.
How do you not have one? What's wrong with you, Cuban?
Come on, Cuban.
You can make a Cuban sandwich in there, I bet. I haven't done it, but I bet you could do it. Love me some Cuban sandwiches.
Some call or spacey. Some call it spacey. Yep. It could be spacey. There you go. All right. So I watched that episode of Family Feud with Bruce Smith again and laughed so hard I cried. I don't know if I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think I know that one.
But now I'm going to have to go check it out.
Was that recent, or was that like back when he was playing?
Either way, I got to go check it out. I think I got to go. I mean, if it's making Moon Princess go crazy, laughing hysterically, it's worth maybe checking out. So, all right. So there you go. All the PSAs are out of the. We have a huge show tonight. So drop the link in the Discord, Moon Princess. Guys, go to the Discord. We have a great community that shares all sorts of fun. We talk all the time offline. We're all family. So let's get more people in the Discord. Let's have some fun. That's where we're going to be posting all of our Pick'em links, our Survivor League when we get into NFL season, all of our Fantasy League stuff. So we'll be doing a lot of trash talking in there offline. That's a great place to have some fun. So make sure you go check that out and join in on our Discord server. But let's dive in. We have a huge show. We got to get go. You're coming in hot later. We have some quarterback rankings. We have a bunch of stories off the top. So let's go in and dive into, and you might see some interesting background images, or look out for some space trends. We had the NASA Webb telescope that was out there just taking the most amazing pictures. This week was a massive deal when it came to space exploration, and that is our theme tonight, space. So I took some of the images that they released. They released 4 or 5 images, and I integrated them into our water cooler section, all of our stories that we have. So keep an eye out. You might see some cool things, and then at the end, we'll look at all those photos because they are absolutely mind blowing. And did you see all this, Scotty? All the space stuff?
I did. I mean, I don't really know what I'm looking at. So I get just like, I'm like, what am I looking at? I do math. I don't really do science. So I'm like, they look like cool pictures, but like, how do you know for sure that's another galaxy? Or like, that just looks like nothing to me. I don't know. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, we'll dive into some of the mind-blowing facts about these images at the very end. But just keep an eye out for the theme of space and keep your space puns coming. I'll keep an eye out. What's up, Chairman? How are we doing? What's good? How are you this week so far? Hope you're having a fantastic start. We're seeing billions of years in the past, Scotty. I love those photos from the Webb telescope. Space is so cool. Well, you know what's even crazier is Ja Morant calling out Michael Jordan. Well, and there's some drama with this too. So I want to just be clear on what's real and what's not. So this week, there's been a lot of stuff going on around the local media platforms in the sports world about Ja Morant and Michael Jordan. So with that, this all originated from a quote of the fact that Ja Morant said he would cook Michael Jordan, which mean that's the lingo for I would beat Michael Jordan one-on-one in basketball. But there were other quotes that started circulating throughout saying, if you put MJ in today's game, he just wouldn't last. You got Steph, Luka, Dame, Trey, guys like Bron, KD, Giannis, Kawhi. So there were a lot of quotes that were coming out after this. Those are all false, and there was a lot of ESPN and a couple others outlets that kind of got this wrong. They threw these quotes out here like they were actual quotes from the player when they actually never said these things. The only thing that was actual fact was the fact that he said,
"You're a blast, my whole universe. We have a platonic relationship, but it's not that serious, bro, lol."
Yes. Hey, there we go.
Football wife.
Keeps bringing the heat. Bringing it. Thank you so much for the bits and all the space theme. I love this. Oh, and by the way, so I'm distracted. New York Yankees scored a run, which means, Scotty, I hit my three. I may or may not have hit a nice hefty bet tonight. So we'll celebrate that too. I'm cashing in. Cuban Benny. He's talking about shaking. Cook him in an air fryer. If you buy an air fryer, Cuban Benny, you could cook in the air fryer.
It is Michael Air Jordan, so
man, we are crushing tonight.
I'm just saying.
We're crushing tonight. So this leads to the question. So take all the quotes out of it. The big thing that everyone was debating this week was, could Ja Morant cook Michael Jordan? Not in an air fryer, on a basketball court one-on-one. And this was all over the place. And let's just say Ja wasn't getting a lot of love. And I don't agree with his take either. Michael Jordan was one of the most ruthless players to ever play the game. And Scott, I want to get your thoughts on this too, but I think Ja Morant might be stepping a little out of his space in this one. He might have bit off more than he could chew when it comes to people getting his back on a one-on-one game with Michael Jordan.
This whole thing is like kind of silly. Like in one regard, if someone asks him the question, what is he supposed to say? Like, oh no, Jordan would kick my ass. Like, if you're a competitor and you're like, a guy who's at the top of the league, you're not gonna say that. You're gonna say like, I cooked Jordan. Whether you actually think it or not, or he probably didn't even see Jordan play because he was like 4 years old when Jordan retired. But let's be honest. Like, of course he's not beating Jordan. Yeah, he might be quicker than Jordan. That's about all he's got on Jordan. Jordan would just play with him ridiculously like a fiddle. But I don't care that he said that. I think the most funny part about this is that ESPN ran with the Ballsack Sports Twitter account, which has been like posting fake quotes for like a long time now. So if you don't know what Ballsack Sports is, whoever is producing the news stories lines for ESPN, maybe get familiar. But that one was the one that was basically like Jaws going off saying, oh, he was the only superstar back in the day. Now there's a ton of superstars. He would just be a dude in the league now. He wouldn't be able to hang with all the big names we have. And it's just like, of course he's not going to say that. That's wild. It's the GOAT. Jordan is the GOAT. Jordan won 6 titles. I don't even know if Ja Morant's won 6 playoff games.
He still has an uphill battle.
Maybe they won 6 this year because they won a series, so maybe they got to 6. But
didn't Ja just recently win Comeback Player of the Year too, which is almost in a sense kind of an indictment on his early career, isn't it? Right? The fact that he fell off far enough to earn a comeback player of the year, a player of his stature, which I mean, Ja's an incredible talent. He's one of the best players in the NBA. He's one of the most electric players in the NBA, but you're not beating Jordan one-on-one. Jordan's locked. I mean, Jordan played defense. He's the kind of guy, Jordan's the kind of guy that'll spot you 10 when you're going to 11, and then he'll beat you by 2 at the end. He'll just like take over and just not let you even do anything left in that one-on-one game. Chairman of the board, Jordan was succeed in any era. If he didn't, they'd change the rules for him. Most likely. I mean, who knows? Right. I mean, but you're right. He's definitely not going anywhere.
Anybody who thinks Ja's beating Jordan in any competition when it comes to basketball has galaxy brain, Chris. Like, it's not happening.
Let's keep it coming. People probably trust you and me over ESPN. John Moran is overrated, says McDuggets. McDuggets. What else do we got here? Ja would smoke MJ, says Boss Hog. What's up, Boss Hog? How we doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Way more athletically gifted. Jordan is the bigger winner and more of a dog, though. I appreciate John Moran's talent, but he will not beat MJ, says Marie.
No. It's debatable if Jordan couldn't. I bet Jordan could score on Ja almost every time right now. Now, Jordan couldn't guard Ja right now. So, but right now, I bet Jordan could still put up numbers one-on-one against Ja. And he's like, what is he, like 55?
Cuban responding to Ja would smoke MJ. He must have been smoking MJ when he thought it.
Hey, yo,
smoking that MJ.
Roger.
That's Mary Jane, guys. Weed, marijuana, hash. What do people call it these days? What are the kids calling it, Chris?
I don't know, but it sends you to the moon.
Probably not hash, right?
It'll send you to the moon, that's for sure.
Hey, yo.
Just because he won 47 titles doesn't make him better, in my opinion, says Boss Hog.
Yeah. What about the fact that Memphis went like 15-1 without Ja this year?
True. Scott and Chris, the GOATs. Great to see y'all. What's up? How we doing, Boss Hog?
Good to see you, boss.
Boss, we missed you, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Or hear you at least, or read you. Whatever. I don't know how to. I guess we're not seeing you.
We could hear if there's bits out there. We could throw some bits, and we could definitely hear you.
Is it weird that, like, do you ever try and think, Chris, do you ever think, like, I wonder what these people look like?
I'll drink to
because they see us.
I'll drink to
we
that.
We don't see them. And I'm like, what do they look like?
Again, we're going to get some meet and greets. We just need to go on tour, Scotty. Go on tour. We'll meet everybody, and we'll have a great time. It'll be great.
I can't think of anyone that would be against that idea. Certainly not my wife and 3 young children.
As long as
we can just tour the world.
We'll just tour the world, and
maybe go to the moon and back or something.
We'll go to the moon.
We'll just get on one of like Elon's rockets. And that would be like good publicity for us, right?
We'll plan it all out. I think it's a great idea, man. I think you have great ideas right now. We're pumping them out. Check my Discord profile picture if you want to see what I look like. What if we just had a thing where everyone posted their pictures of themselves, their selfies, in our Discord server, and then we would just know whatever we would have everybody's.
We can make a little picture album.
Well, yeah, Chris. We'll have a little yearbook, Action Lab yearbook to go through. Yeah, it'll be great every year.
Right, little nice notes like, I hope you have a kick-ass summer. See you next year.
Oh, taking it back.
Yeah.
Well, Scotty, you and Chris have seen my YouTube. Now you know what I have an amazing voice for blogging. Yes. Hey, I love your voice, Reckoning. Serenading people in your YouTube channel. But, all right, so there you go. Again, fun, weird story off the top here, but, wanted to throw it out there. Anytime you're having, like, NBA conversations are always the best when it comes to, like, lists and rankings and who could beat who and eras. There's always going to be those conversations. It's always going to keep evolving. So there you go. Discord selfies, absolutely. Nickelback's photograph playing in the background. Look at this photograph.
Maybe with my voice, because he gets a little raspy, I could actually do that right now.
You might be
better
able
than
to.
I normally.
You might.
By the way, why? At what point did everyone start to hate on Nickelback? I feel so bad for those guys. They were like so popular, and then all of a sudden one day everyone just decided I hate them. I hate them.
It went from like the peak, literally crash landing on Earth, like just exploding. It was awful.
Listen, I understand all their songs sounded the same, but I liked them still. They were easy to listen to. You could sing along.
They were catchy. They had catchy songs.
Yeah. Why do we gotta hate so much on them?
What's up, Moab? Moab, how are we doing, buddy? It's been a while, man. How have you been? We've missed you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're in good health, Moab. Welcome back. KCP got 2 years, 30 mil. Saw that extension. That actually happened literally before we went on live.
Oh, I was like, I didn't even see that yet.
Yep. Went on.
He's gonna make 14 million this year. So does that mean it's now 3 years? Is it an extension?
He has agreed to a 2-year, 30 million extension with the Nuggets on top of what he was already. So I think that's 3 years.
So it should be 3 years. 2 plus 1. I know my calculus.
Math.
That's 3.
Don't say anything at all. Redemption here by McDuggets, which means we have to talk shit on the Denver Nuggets. So
easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I think that the Nuggets. It's bad to say, but they have a lot of eggs in one basket with Michael Porter Jr. And if that doesn't work out, we're not looking as good as we need to be to win an NBA title. And I think that we really may, if Michael Porter Jr. doesn't develop this year, we've made a massive mistake. And this is music to Cuban Benny's ears. And a lot hinges this year on a guy that we have a big question mark on. So that's it's not a good thing.
I was gonna go more global, Chris,
Ooh.
and just say the Nuggets have been in the NBA since 1976 and haven't even made a final, much less like won an NBA title. They haven't even been to the finals. I mean, that's let me quick math, Chris. That's 46 years or something like that.
I'm telling you,
they haven't even made a final.
The minute they do it this year. We're going.
It's a flyover right now. It's a flyover franchise. Like people, it's an afterthought. You don't have the marquee guys. Maybe it's changing a little bit now that we've got Jokic winning back-to-back MVPs. They're a little more, we got Brown on a nice friendly team deal. So maybe, but like still the superstars aren't necessarily lining up to come here. It's just until we start, Golden State wasn't exactly in the last 30 years prior to this run thought of as a big time franchise, and now they're obviously a marquee one. So they gotta win. They gotta put up or shut up, and at least make a final. Come on, what are we doing?
It's rough. It's rough. Congrats on the Avs, fellas. First time I've seen you since the end of the Cup. Let's go. Thank you so much, Boss Hog. Yeah, man, it was a fun year. I got the champion banner right behind me here. We got all sorts of cool stuff going on with the Avalanche. It's fantastic. And then they're favored to win next year, but we'll see. We're going to get into all the moves. Free agency has really shaped and changed a lot of teams. We'll get to that in a minute. But on to the next one here.
Like right now, we're getting grouped with Lions. The Nuggets not winning. Lions, Maple Leafs, Sabres, Bills. Makes me want to throw up just thinking about it, Chris. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
But I ride with them. I'm ride or die.
Oh, we are ride or die. And realistically, here we are getting ready. If they make it to the NBA Finals this year, this might be the year we're going to an NBA Finals closeout game, Scotty. You and me.
Nuggets Nation, let's ride.
Let's ride. I should get that sound. Let me re-add that in my notebook real quick. Hold on. I need to get a let's ride so we can just.
For those of you that don't know, that's embarrassing Russell Wilson. To be fair, they were telling him to do it it wasn't totally his fault, but it was super cheesy
He doesn't
promotion
know.
they were doing, and it was weird.
It was bad.
Super weird.
It was cringe more than anything else, and it just felt bad. Having KCP makes me a little more comfortable knowing MPJ might not play, in my honest opinion. Signed.
I mean, along with Brown, having both those guys at wings, Brown, the rookie as well. So Nuggets have another summer league game. Oh, it actually already started, Chris. I was like, it's going to start. I think it started like 30 minutes ago. But anyway, I think the Nuggets, this is certainly, while I say they're an embarrassment, this is their best team on paper I can ever recall them having.
By far.
I don't think it's close. If
far.
Everyone's healthy, I think this team legitimately could compete for a title. No doubt about it.
I already got my money in on them. So
I told you to bet it.
Oh, I did.
You listen. I know. You listen to me though.
I threw a unit. I threw a unit on it to win 2,500. We'll take it.
I threw 10K. I'm just kidding.
Then you're gonna be. Then we will go on tour next year if you threw 10K.
Yeah, that's true.
Cube and Benny just heard about it on a comedy podcast in one of those VHS Remember the 90s shows. Comedian Brian Posen made a sarcastic joke about Nickelback, and it took off from there. He didn't actually think they sucked, just thought they were always on the radio back then. Okay,
Which
so
they were.
They were. Why you gotta hate on that though? They were.
Kroger, if you're listening,
we love you.
Maybe try and make a comeback or something. Maybe people have got over it and are ready to embrace Nickelback again. Maybe change your name to like Dimeback or Dime Piece or I don't know, something slightly different but kind of the same.
I think so.
Pretty good advice. I don't know if you guys want me to manage you, but we could talk about it. Chad, if you're listening, I'm sure Chad's listening.
100% he's listening. Chris, I'll send you a clip for your soundboard and you send me one of yours. Deal. I love it. Someone currently played at the Cox Pavilion may fill the black hole in Space Jam 3. Boom! There we go. Next up, we have some interesting news in golf. Now, this is going to carry over to the Open coming up here this week, but we have a little bit of some trouble going on in golf, and that most importantly, the PGA. So, by the way, do you see anything galactic in this picture here, Scotty?
No.
You know how long it took me to Photoshop this? But those are actual images from NASA in his glass. He's just staring out into space. Hi-oh! There we go. So, with this, the PGA is under investigation by the Department of Justice. Several tour players and agents have been contacted about the actions taken by the PGA Tour, and mainly this is about more of a monopolization of the world golf market. So as the new Live Golf Tournament has come into play, there's been a lot of, hey, if you're going to go play in Live, you can't play with us. And so there's been a lot of contention between PGA and Live and how these organizations are going about what they're doing in golf. Now golf, PGA is in a weird spot, right? So right now they're trying to do everything they can to compete, and they can't. Financially, they can't compete with the money backing by the Saudi side of things from the Live Golf Tournament. But realistically, this market restriction that the PGA is supposedly thrown into place gives players the potential to file suit or for violation of antitrust laws. So, that means that players who have gone over to the Live tournament and have been banned from the PGA can potentially bring up litigation against the PGA. Now, we've seen a little bit of this. I think there was one situation that I believe... I forget who it was. Someone in, I want to say Ian Poulter. He, the DP World Tour, for the Scottish, he's the European Tour. He's actually filing a suit because they have banned him from playing in that tour based off of the fact that he's gone over to the Live. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this. Scotty, what are your thoughts on all of this this back and forth. I mean, right now, I mean, if you haven't caught up to this, Liv has brought over players like Phil Mickelson, Kevin Na, Dustin Johnson, Pat Perez, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka. A lot of names have gone that way. You've had Tiger Woods come out this past week saying he disagrees with all the players who have turned their back on the PGA, saying, this is why wouldn't you want to play in the prestigious events? This is what you grow up looking forward to. But it's about the money now. It's not the old school mentality versus the new school mentality when it comes to golf and the players and everything else. The PGA has come through saying we're going to raise the purses of our tournaments moving forward. We're going to try to put more money into the winnings. So, for example, I think there's dramatic changes. The PGA scheduled, including raising the purse $5 million for more than 8 tournaments, making the Genesis, the Memorial, the Arnold Palmer no-cut events with guaranteed money for every player.
Yeah, and I think those are some good steps. I'm not a legal expert, Chris, so I don't know this antitrust and monopoly stuff and like all of that. What I know is these guys knew what they were getting into by signing on with the Live and should stop bitching and trying to sue the PGA. You bailed. You made your choice. Live with it. Run with it. If the PGA doesn't want you, why are you so desperate to go back? I mean, why would the PGA be in support of 8 weeks out of the year, you're taking away from their event and you're competing with their event. So why are they going to be in support of that or want to embrace you back? Quite frankly, I just think it's ridiculous. These guys clearly just didn't think they could compete on the tour. And as Tiger, my thing is like what Tiger said is everyone's getting the upfront money and everyone gets paid. So what's the incentive to work at your craft? What's the incentive to try and get better? If you've already the majority of the money you're going to get paid is upfront anyway, who cares? This is just like an exhibition where you go out and you play around a golf. These guys are spoiled. They're like, well, I wanted to, I've been playing a lot of rounds of golf on the PGA Tour for a long time, and I wanted to lighten my schedule. Do you know how many people in the world would trade positions with you and be able to just play golf and get paid for it? Everyone else in the world pays a lot of money to play golf, all right, and is desperate to do it. I am desperate to always play golf. I will play golf every day if I could, every single day. And these guys are just complaining. So I don't know the laws. Maybe they'll win. It sounds like they got a chance at winning, and they'll be able to, dip in both the Live and the PGA Tour or the European Tour for some of these guys. But for me, good riddance. Like I don't really need you. I don't miss you. You're still there in the majors right now, which is probably all you care about. There's still 12 events you're playing a year. You're good.
In total, there have been 55 former or current PGA players who have signed up for the Live Tour since April. Others, including favorites, so Bubba Watson and Ricky Fowler, are also rumored to be potentially making moves soon. So realistically, this could get even crazier. Tour already suspended indefinitely 17 of its players for participating in inaugural Live events, and it's only going to get a little bit more rocky for all of this back and forth litigation. It's going to get crazier and crazier, but PGA is trying to do what they can to stay up with things. And
wake me up when we get to football. 56 more days, boys and girls.
We got some football coverage tonight.
We do. Football wife, we are counting down some quarterbacks tonight. What's up, a Mandalorian? Sounds like a bunch of overprivileged babies. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty,
exactly what they are.
Scotty, this isn't your coming in hot segment. Save it for then, says Reckoning.
I'll try. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed by it all.
Reckoning just says live with it. Hi-yo.
Oh, yeah, Chris, where's our countdown?
The countdown, I thought I added it to... Let me add it in. Don't worry. I got you.
What the hell? Now I'm furious.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking. Hold on. Let's add it in here. Boom.
Oh, perfect. Oh, I thought it was going to cover your face for the rest.
No, we'll just put it right here. Just throw it up.
That works too. That works. Don't cover up the goat with tiger stripes, because that is my boy teeing off
I was gonna say,
Soon.
what are your
That
your thoughts on that? First of all, and then before you get to that, Nickelback is one of the best-selling bands of all time. I wouldn't be too worried about them, says Chairman. What else do we got? I heard pro golfers work for the Rockies on their days off, says Chairman. See what I did there? See what I did there? That's me.
Yeah. Except for the last time I played, but I think I had COVID, so I'm chalking that up to COVID because it was the worst round of my life.
Football Wife, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate all the love. There's your countdown. Thank you, Chairman, for building that out. We gave you a lot of props last stream on all of that. That's why I think, well, who's it? Moon Princess said it was one of the best communities because how much fun we have all together. You know, you have Chairman building this out. We have Football Wife represented on her countdown. All on stream. It's all good. We love it. Let's see. What else do we have? Slap Chris. Yeah. Slap Chris and Scotty, says Pierre. We're both.
Pierre, you're going to have plenty of chances to slap me. Pierre's going to be so mad at me tonight.
Well, now we have a shot because we have had some. Guys, this free agency has been out of this world. It's been absolutely insane. It's shot off like a rocket out of nowhere. And this has turned in, I mean, NHL free agency, this is the first time I've ever noticed NHL free agency to this extent, where it's taking over ESPN headlines. It's taking over my Twitter feeds. I don't know what it is about this year, but this felt very NBA-ish when it came to free agency launching on a given time. And all of a sudden, dominoes just started. Boom, boom, boom. Big names, switching teams. All of these signings, everything. This was exciting. And this is huge and so good for the NHL. I'm so glad that they've been able to get a lot going. With that being said, there's been some crazy, crazy moves going on. Pierre, we got the Stanley Cup champs goalie. You mean the cheating goalie? Is that what the goalie that cheated the entire way through? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole team cheated, Pierre. The Avs should be appalled. They should be shipped to the moon because they cheated throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs.
So I want to get into some of the big ones that took place. One of the big, and that Pierre was another one. Darcy Kemper went to the Capitals for a pretty decent contract there. So nice big contract for Darcy Kemper. He gets paid. He wasn't going to get paid here in Colorado. So I'm glad that you're paying him, Pierre, and not us. So, I mean, that's a big one. He's got a 5-year, $26.25 million deal with the Capitals. So he is all good to go. Locally, Avalanche got Lehkonen. He's back. We got... who else came back to us? It was Manson.
Obviously, Nichushkin.
Nichushkin was a big one. He is 8-year, $49 million. 8 years for a guy that was out of the league for a minute. Was a high draft pick. Kind of did okay his first couple years. Fell off the planet and came back and just absolutely got his confidence back with the Avalanche. So that's a pretty big deal there. Another big one here was the Calgary Flames. Not going to have Johnny Gaudreau back. So he is off and, he's going to be, he's out. Sorry, Calgary. You missed out. That was one of the bigger signings of the free agency there. Kadri on the Rangers going to be a problem. Did he go to, he hasn't officially gone to the Rangers.
No, I just looked that up because I'm like, I haven't heard that. And no, I don't see anywhere where Kadri signed with anybody. In fact, some of the things I see is actually him still in play with the Avs, which I'd be surprised. I don't expect that, but I don't expect him to be back with the Avs. He should go and get paid, and we can't afford everybody. I get that. But we got Kadri back.
The contracts are crazy right now, by the way. So, I mean, like the money is flying around the NHL right now. So, Andre Burakovsky from the Avalanche went to the Kraken, 5-year, $27.5 million contract. So the Kraken pick up, a nice piece there. You got a lot of movement here. What was a couple other of the big ones that came down the pipeline? So Jordan Biddington has a new backup, Thomas Greiss. So they got a little one there. Let's see. 8-year, $68 million for Sergachev for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Massive deal there. Sorelli gets a deal, $50 million deal. And then
Giroux goes to the Senators on a nice deal. I'm trying to think who else.
let's see.
Are you Pierre? I'm not trying to rain on your parade on this one, but I think Darcy Kemper had a nice regular season. I really, really do. He played well in the regular season for the Avs. He did everything they asked of him. He did not have a great postseason. He just didn't. And they won
Despite him.
I mean, let's be honest. We all knew what the weakness on the Avs was. It wasn't anybody out there on the ice except for the goaltender. That was clearly the weakness of the Avs. Listen, can Darcy Kemper be... Obviously, he can help you win a cup, but you need a lot in front of you. You need a lot of talent in front of you. So paying that much for Darcy Kemper seems questionable in my mind. And that's nothing against Darcy. Appreciate him being here for a year and getting us a cup. But I think the Avs made the right call, obviously, moving on from him and trading for... I can't even think of the dudes in the backup and with the Rangers, who's highly thought of, and then signed him to a 3-year deal. So, yeah, just my thoughts.
Philip Forsberg stays with the Predators there, so he is all set to go on that front. And then there was another. Malkin stays with the Pittsburgh Penguins, so they have re-signed the veteran 4 years, $24.4 million. I mean, the money is flying around like crazy. Evander Kane will be returning to the Oilers, 4 years, $20.5 million. Evander Kane,
dude.
He's going to be obviously enforcing, doing his thing. Mucking up games.
Were you surprised at the contract Nichushkin got from the Avs?
The fact that it was a little bit. The fact that it was 8 years. I mean, you signed him in for a long-term deal.
8 years. What was it, like 49?
Nichushkin, yeah, it was 8 years. Let me double check what it was. The financials of it.
49.
It was a lot, but
maybe 48, 49. I feel like it was 49.
Yeah, I think the money doesn't bother me. I feel like a lot of that. I mean, that's a long time to sign somebody. Yeah, 8-year, $49 million deal. They must really believe in him. And I trust Joe Sakic is going to make the right moves. I feel like he's done well. He was promoted to president this past week. So congrats to Joe Sakic. He's earned it. So he will be running things from a higher point in the organization moving forward. So that's great. Obviously, Joe Sakic's crushed it as the GM for the Colorado Avalanche. So let's see what else. Kings do not allow Adrian Kempe to explore the market. He's 4-year, $22 million contract moving forward. Crazy. Yeah.
And the Blackhawks don't have any players left on their team. So that's a thing as well.
Marc-Andre Fleury, after all the things that have gone crazy with him in the last year, has agreed to a 2-year, $7 million deal with the Wild. So he is, from what it seems, happy. Chris Letang stays with, or the Penguins will keep him for 6-year, $36.6 million. I just think the NHL is really getting up there with, like, they're not close to the NBA quite yet, but this has been a lot of fun to watch all of the moves, see where players are landing. Free agency has been a lot of fun to keep tabs on, and there's still some moves going. Like I said, Kadri's still out there. It doesn't look like, based off of the moves that the Avalanche have made, that his services will be retained by the Colorado Avalanche. As much as we love Kadri, it looks like he is most likely on the way out. So a lot going on. Let's see. Nuggets up at half, 43-31. Sakic no longer GM.
What's up, Broncos?
Broncos, how we doing, my friend? It's been a while. How we doing? Let's see. Good. What else?
I think Broncos was in here like last time, Chris, but
or maybe
not that long. Not that long ago.
It just feels like it. Vegas traded Patches for nothing. What else? Capitals coming.
I hope Vegas deserves everything that's happening to him right now.
Oh,
I don't think anybody in the league likes Vegas. So.
I don't think anyone feels sorry for Vegas. And Vegas is still up there when it comes to I believe they're one of the higher teams up there on the futures for winning the entire NHL, the Stanley Cup Finals next year, which I don't see it. I don't understand how they have them as high. I think currently, let me take a look at these futures right now. Currently, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th overall. And I'm like, Vegas Knights, really? You want to talk about a team that could be a real threat next year? I'm telling you, the New York Rangers, look out for them next year. Keep an eye out for the New York Rangers, especially if they may sign like a Kadri. I don't know. He's linked to the Rangers, but that doesn't mean they're going to get him.
They need some help they need some skill help.
But the Rangers have the best goalie in hockey, arguably. So whenever you have the best goalie in hockey and you're confident enough to let your good backup go, you're in good shape. So let's just put that out there. Always good to be missed means I'm still alive. That's right, Broncos. That's right. So, guys, keep an eye on this out of this world free agency period for the NHL, because realistically, there's going to be a lot of moves still to come. So keep an eye. This has been fun, by the way. This is the most fun I've watched. The most fun NHL offseason I think I've ever had, I can remember. So
yeah, it's been a good time. Maybe riding the high of that Stanley Cup.
Don't say anything at all about Las Vegas, says Pierre. Yeah, they're the most overrated team in hockey. I'll just leave it there.
They don't even deserve any of the success they got. The rules for a new franchise had to be changed based off of how fortunate the rules were for them to come in and compete like they did. They don't deserve anything. Those fans will fall off once the team's not good. I don't buy any of it. No. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Seth Jones's contract hasn't even started yet, and Chicago regrets it. Bull is tearing up the summer league for the Nuggets with that 21.7 points per game. This is a Mandalorian.
I don't think it's for the Nuggets.
That's not for the Nuggets. Y'all also missed don't say anything about the Avalanche. Oh, did I? Oh, you're right. Don't say anything at all about the Avalanche.
Does that mean nice? We have to be mean?
That means we have to be mean.
We have to be mean?
They're going to take a step back next year, I think. I don't think they're going to be, as much as they're listed as favorites, I don't think it's going to be tougher for them next year, arguably, than, and again, it hinges on our goalie, which I think we protect our goalies pretty well. Look at what we did with Darcy Kemper. I'm kind of concerned they have the choke factor back after the hangover of winning a Stanley Cup, and maybe the hunger's gone. That's the biggest worry I have, and the thing that I'm like really bracing for going forward.
My biggest issue for them is they play an arena called Ball Arena, but they play with a puck. Which is challenging. That's hard. They fought through it this year, but next year, I don't know if they can do it. It's very confusing. You don't use a ball in hockey, guys. You use a puck. So I think that's going to be like, I don't know what to say. I think they're going to be the favorites again next year. I think they're going to be really good. I think they should win again. So I don't know what to say negative. We'll see with this goaltender, but like having a goalie from the Rangers who was kind of neck and neck like 2 years ago with the best goalie in the postseason this year, and taking him on and paying him and a little bit of money, but not a lot. I think that was a genius move. Like, I think they're really savvy. Joe Sakic, the president, who doesn't sign anybody, makes some good moves. So this team is like, it's laughable when these guys, like, no offense to Burakovsky, I liked his role and who he was a lot, but he got paid out by the Kraken quite a bit for a guy who was like, for us, kind of like, if you were picking like your top 6 forwards, I don't know if Burakovsky makes that list for the Avs. So the Avs are going to have all the key guys back for the most part. Maybe not Kadri, but minus that, like, there's no reason to believe this team won't be just as good, if not better, next year.
They play in.
So sorry, I didn't do a great job with that, but they play in Ball Arena, and that is hard when you play with a puck.
They play in Ballerina. Johnny Gaudreau, by the way, I want to throw a couple things at, because this is the biggest thing, is the fact that he's leaving the Flames, one of the best players in the NHL. After 9 seasons in Calgary, he recorded 115 points in the past season, 4th most by a player to change teams the following offseason all time. But it doesn't stop there. He's heading to Columbus, signing a 7-year deal with the Blue Jackets. All the Blue Jackets players in franchise history have combined for 2 80-point seasons. Gaudreau has 3.
I don't understand.
It's crazy.
I don't understand why he. I heard he wanted to, it was for family reasons and personal reasons why he didn't want to stay in Calgary. Seemed like he wanted to move back to the States, and I can respect that. But Columbus. You could have got paid out so many more places, I feel. Anyways. Weird flex, bro.
All right.
And he took like a huge pay cut to go there versus what he was supposedly going to get from Calgary. So, sweet, dude.
Crazy.
I'm going to take a code yellow real quick, Chris.
Yep. So we're going to dive in here real quick to, by the way, the NBA, who... Donovan Mitchell has been in the news, and he is seeing stars right now. He's seeing stars, and he's not the stars that maybe he thought he would be seeing, because there's no stars surrounding him at the very moment. Spam that code yellow. He may not have a future in Utah, potentially on what might be happening here moving forward. Utah Jazz, as reported, have opened up conversations and are listening to trade potential for their number 1 guy, which they have always stuck by. They've thought Donovan Mitchell was a piece of the puzzle for Utah. That's the reason why, if it came down to Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell, sorry, Rudy, we'll see ya. Bye. Have a good one. He gone. Donovan Mitchell's another story, though, and now the fact that they're listening to trade potential offers, this makes things very, very different in Utah. Man, Utah had the best record in the West a year ago. Man, how the tides have shifted. They're floating through space right now, and they have no lifeline, because at this point, you got Miami interested, you got the Knicks interested, you got all sorts of people. I mean, who wouldn't be interested in Donovan Mitchell? But what does it say about, there's been some crazy things happening in Utah, and Utah doesn't sound like it's going to be relevant. They're completely rebuilding. They were rebuilding even before this news came out about Donovan. And now this looks like they're going to be irrelevant for the next foreseeable future into the distant space-time and continuum, because realistically, this isn't something that, if you lose your best player, Donovan Mitchell, like this, it's rough. You better be getting some big time. But what helps your cause, if you're Utah, is the fact that you just flipped Rudy Gobert for all these picks. So what could you potentially get? That's what that trade for Gobert changed the market for everybody. Not only did it change the market for Donovan Mitchell, but it changed the market for, if Rudy Gobert can get 5 players and 5 picks, can you imagine what KD wants?
Except they're not getting what they want.
They're not getting what. That's why it hasn't happened.
That's
they need to get.
Bad Tim Connolly is at his job. Chris.
It's how bad he is. Dame Lillard team up incoming, says McDuggets. I don't think so. Utah is a mess, and they're just, like I said, floating through space at the moment. Scotty, what do you got on?
They're like a black hole in the NBA right now, Chris. It's not great. It's really not great. This doesn't surprise me. I thought maybe since they kind of said no to this initially, they're going to let them play through the season and maybe a deadline deal or next offseason deal. But if you're Utah, just let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. Let's blow up the universe and start from scratch and see what we can create. You know, start a new galaxy, Chris. I obviously we watched Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray put on a clinic in a postseason series in the bubble a couple years ago. So I have nothing but respect for Mitchell's game. I mean, every time he plays the Nuggets, he can't miss from three. Now, does he take? I mean, defense is optional for him. He's kind of just like he exists on the other side of the court, but not really. So not gonna help you a lot there. So, but if I'm New York, like I'm doing everything I can. People are like, I've seen Knicks fans being like, yeah, but don't include RJ Barrett. I'm like, what? Don't include RJ Barrett. Like, yeah, if you don't have to, great. But like, you gotta include somebody. Who are you gonna throw in there except for draft picks and like what, Emmanuel Quickly and like who? I just don't get it. Like, I don't think you should be nervous about losing RJ Barrett, a borderline like top 50 player in the league. That's just me. But I would be moving heaven and earth if I were New York to try and get this dude and see what you can create there, because right now they're a flawed franchise. They signed Brunson, but that's not going to be enough. But if you add this guy along with Brunson and Randall, maybe you got something, you know? So I'll be happy to see him out east. He seems to own the Nuggets a little bit at times with how well he plays against us. But Utah's, sorry if you're still here, Marie, but Utah's got to blow it up. It's time.
I mean, it's already been blown up. Like,
see, I don't think losing Gobert is blowing up, but I think they need to blow it up.
Well, I mean, they still traded out, Royce O'Neal, which was a nice piece.
What?
Which,
what?
By
they
the
traded
way,
Royce O'Neal too?
Royce O'Neal, they lost. Didn't they lose both their Euro dudes? They got what's his name?
Nah, they still have Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovic there. The Aussie left though. What's his name?
Did he leave?
He's gone.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. They're done. They're not competing anytime soon, which is great for our division. Minnesota seems to be the team that, I mean, and they got rid of a ton of pieces for one guy, so I'll take that. Oklahoma City Thunder might be the second best team in our division potentially. I mean, Minnesota, they're fine.
Minnesota's better.
Right now, they traded a lot of pieces. Oklahoma
City's still got they're at least a year or two away.
Minnesota traded a lot away for a guy that's like,
but they still have a lot. I mean, Gobert's a nice player when you have Karl Anthony Towns and oh my gosh, who's their two guard?
Again, so I guess they have
pick out of Georgia,
Anthony Edwards,
D'Angelo Russell. Like, they still got a lot of dudes.
But look at they don't have
a lot of depth.
They have zero depth.
Fuck depth. Depth doesn't win you championships.
Depth.
Depth wins you regular season games.
It wins you regular season games. You're right. And like, you have to win regular season games to make the playoffs. Like, realistically,
the Lakers won an NBA title a few years ago in the bubble, right? Name 5 players on that team.
On which team? Sorry.
On the Lakers title team from a few years back.
Oh, so I mean, obviously you got Rondo, Davis, LeBron. You had old boy.
Why does everyone say the bubble doesn't count? I don't understand that. Why doesn't the bubble count? I hate the Lakers.
It counts.
This was one of my coming in hots, but why doesn't it count? If anything, that was the most level playing field we've had.
Reckoning depth wins you championships. So I agree and disagree. Depth needs to get you to the playoffs, but then once you get in the playoffs, you're only running like a 7-8 man rotation, maybe. Like you're not you're not running a ton of deep rotations when you get to the playoffs. You're running your guys that are going to win you those playoff games. So like you got to get to the playoffs. You got to get a high seed, which the depth gets to in the regular season. But then it squeezes down once you get there. So
Marie says Avs would like a word, Scotty. Hockey, one, different, very, very different. And two, the Avs depth was better than like some second or third lines. Like their fourth line was better than pretty much anyone else's third line. So yeah, that plays. In hockey, it plays. In NBA playoffs, I don't think it plays. Not that you don't want any guys coming off your bench, but you're relying on your stars and your big time players to come through, not your bench. You're relying on them to hold you over for a few minutes.
You need to rely on those stars. Yes.
I didn't even mean to do that one, Chris.
Yeah, I know. The Lakers won the Summer League title, LOL, says Amanda Lorian. There you go. Normally, rotate about 7 to 8 guys as Broncos. Yeah, totally. So that's where we're at here. So a lot of things. By the way, I wanted to do a quick... There's been a Kevin Durant. Durant's been tweeting like crazy. Durant's been like so... He's been so petty. The quote from yesterday. Great leadership, so this girl, Maggie Hendricks. I emptied the dishwasher today. And Kevin Durant responds, great leadership, Maggie. You made everybody in the house better today, which adds to your legacy. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing?
Bruh.
Like...
He's every tweet he does is basically losing trade value or contract value.
He's losing his mind. He's got like his mind is just. I think
And did you see the report that Kyrie hasn't asked for a trade at all? I
saw the report today that
I don't understand what's happening.
That Kyrie wants to return to Brooklyn, reportedly, regardless if Kevin Durant is there or not.
Can we just send the Brooklyn roster to the moon? Can we just do it?
Let's just ship them off planet, send them to Mars.
Send them, further than the moon, actually. And we don't want them finding their way back.
Send them to Mars, because realistically, it's so bad. Reckoning. So Katie's Twitter is as bad as Le'Veon Bell's. I mean, it's worse. I love
Le'Veon Bell's not playing in the NFL to focus on his boxing career, by the way, Chris. Good luck with that.
Broncos, KD hanging out with Aaron Rodgers. Hashtag cleanse me. Yeah.
Roger.
True. It's crazy, man. I just KD. I think he's so in his head. Like, I don't know what's next for KD. Honestly, like he's destroying his legacy day by day. He's a head case more and more day by day. Like a guy like that. That's the kind of like crazy mind that like all of a sudden retires out of nowhere or something stupid. Like, just, all right, I'm done with all this. I don't want to play basketball anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Or something weird. He's just like a loose cannon at this point. It's crazy. Scotty, if none of these players get traded from the Nets, KD, Kyrie, how does this team do next season? They're trash.
They internally combust.
They implode on themselves like a white dwarf or a supernova. What is that? And what star explodes and implodes on itself and creates a black hole? That's perfect for this conversation.
I was like, are you asking me?
I think it's a supernova or something. But yeah,
I mean, I've heard of those.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the nets are supernova. They're about to just implode on themselves and turn into a black hole that absolutely just sucks in nothingness. And that's where they're at. They're never going to be relevant again, at least until they get another all-star, which I don't see happening anytime soon. Where did you go? To the moon, says Marie. So why can Braun rope together stars and we praise it? Kevin leaves and we knock it. In my eyes, it's dang near the same thing, says McDuggets.
You're talking to the wrong people. I don't praise anything LeBron does. So, nope. Don't like LeBron. Don't like KD. I'm just a hater, Chris. That's what I get told a lot on this show. I'm a hater. Just wait till we get into the bottom of the QB rankings. Oh my goodness.
By the way,
the biggest hater ever.
We're going to get into QB rankings here very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. We're going to start off our rankings. We're going to do week by week. We're going to do 3 weeks of this. And then we're going to move on to, I believe we're going to get into the rankings of divisions too. So we're going to rank every division. We've done the division previews before. I think we're going to do that again.
Yeah, we'll do some division preview.
So
sure.
We'll dive into each division, what to look out for, who's going to be competitive, so we'll get all to that as the off season continues on. Again, the countdown 56 days away.
56 days.
Scotty has hate in his heart, but love in his eyes.
I think it might be hate in both. I'm not sure.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Yes. So we'll touch on all that stuff, but we're going to start our rankings here very soon. But first, the whole reason why our theme is what it is tonight, all of the puns, is the NASA Webb Space Telescope was launched a while back, 25 years in the making, guys. Like, think back, 25 years ago, where were you? NASA was putting together a machine and a satellite that's doing what it's doing now and sending us the most absolutely insane images ever to be recorded in deep space. So they sent out 5 photos. These 5 photos are of just, I want to say 13.1 billion light years away. Something crazy.
Okay.
Which, all right.
That sounds far.
So if you're looking at his upper right-hand image here, and you've probably seen all of the Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you've seen this and you've heard it. But if you were to take this little snapshot and it's a grain of sand that you hold at arm's length, that's what you would envision. That's the amount of space it takes up in our universe. Each of those little specks outside of the ones that glisten are... I'm nerding out, by the way. This is what I do here.
Bruh.
Each of those is a galaxy. We are in a galaxy, Scotty. We're in a galaxy of planets and a star, and we have moons and Jupiter as moons and all these like
Milky Way. I got it.
We a Milky Way galaxy. Each of those little specks is a galaxy. Think about that. There's hundreds of stars and planets, if not thousands or millions of stars and planets in each of those galaxies. And I'm blowing this, like, this is mind-blowing. If you're looking at these other ones, if you're looking down the lower right, those 2 that kind of look similar, that's a dying star. That's what the Brooklyn Nets are. They've imploded on themselves, and it's just gas that's just radiating out from
a supernova.
Yeah, from a supernova, right? So we're getting super into this. It's gonna be. I'm nerding out so hard.
I appreciate that you guys care, but this space talk is for the birds. I don't even know what he's saying. I've spaced out a little.
So all the aliens in those galaxies are mega fans of Scotty. Yes, see,
that's right. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm back interested. I'm visiting them. You know, and they're going to just worship the ground I walk on. Do they have ground, Chris? Is there anything for me to walk on, or do I just float? How does that work? There
is ground. If you look at the upper left-hand corner of the image here, there are planets and stars being formed within those gases that are happening. Like,
that's a lot of gas.
A lot of gas, a lot of stars. A lot of
there.
So with that, that's the forming. If you have a young team that you're loving, like our Denver Nuggets or whatever, and it's starting to grow into something bigger and bigger and bigger.
Gas here.
That's where we're looking at. A lot of gas. Sorry,
A lot of gas.
I had Taco Bell's reckoning. Yeah, no. So it'll
happen.
Marie's like, yeah, it's for the birds. Like this stuff doesn't happen very often.
I don't think birds can fly this far away from our galaxy, though, right, Chris?
No, not those gases, Scotty.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Scott, alarm is set for 2 a.m. Open Championships of Broncos.
Let's go. I would be right there with you if I didn't think I would die tomorrow due to sleep deprivation. But I'm gonna try and watch as much as I can and wake up. I'll probably watch some tonight once we're off, and then I'll watch some when I wake up in the morning before going to work. And then obviously at work. I'm not gonna work tomorrow. Anyone who's watching from my job, I'll be very diligent at my job tomorrow.
Me too. So, guys, you might not be into this. This is a cool thing if you're into this stuff, but even if you're not, it's like groundbreaking. It's scientific, like it's crazy. So, just look at some of the things. Let me see if there's any other things here. So, based off of the fact that these images, the light from these stars was from 13.1 billion years ago. And
how do we know that for sure, Chris?
I don't know. NASA nerds know this. This, which means these were taken when our galaxy or our space was created or whatever it was. It's wild. Anyways, I digress.
This isn't going to be my rant for the night, Chris, but can I just tell you why I don't like science?
Tell me.
Science constantly changes. The science gets it wrong a lot.
Are you saying this is wrong?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's right, but science changes all the time. What we thought about scientific things 50 years ago, now we feel very different again about. You know what doesn't change, Chris? Math. Math doesn't change. Yeah, the schools try and add Common Core for some stupid reason and things of that nature, but math is math, Chris. Math is math. Science is just an ever-evolving, we thought this, but it turns out we were wrong, and it's actually this. It's exhausting.
Math and science are like hand in hand, though. You need math in science.
You need math for science. You don't need science for math, Chris. One can self-sustain. One needs a friend. And it's kind of lame. It's like the lame friend that nobody really likes.
Klept, what's up? How are we doing? We were put on this earth to discover other planets, I guess. Stacka, welcome in. Scary how things are coming full circle, friends. Can't believe Colorado let Darcy Kemper get away to No, we're fine with it. We're good.
No problem there.
No issues there. Pierre, enjoy. Pierre, enjoy Darcy Kemper. Scotty might have a clone in this distant galaxy. LOL, says a Mandalorian.
That intrigues me. I would like to find my clone.
Chris, will you sign up to go to Mars? Absolutely not. I'm not cool. I won't.
Wait, what?
I'm not. I'll let other people go to Mars when it's safe and everything's all good. I ain't dying out in the middle of space. That's fine. I'm good.
You're so intrigued by all this.
I am intrigued. It's like being scared of spiders. I might.
Do you not trust the science, Chris?
I trust.
Now I'm concerned.
I trust the science. I'm fine with that. It's like if you're scared of spiders, but yet you go to the zoo and you love looking up close to the tarantulas. You're not scared of like looking at the tarantulas. You're fascinated by them. You just don't want them crawling all over you. I don't want that firsthand experience of dying on Mars. I love like thinking about what cool things on Mars. I don't want to die on Mars or like do anything out there. I'm good. Okay. I'll let Elon Musk do that stuff. He's bailing on the whole Twitter thing. Like, he has more time to focus on other stuff. Math is universal. That's technology, isn't it? I'm thinking Scott failed science in school, says Diacola.
I 100% did not, because I found buddies that helped me out. Otherwise, I would have. Yeah. Didn't care for it.
She blinded me
stupid.
with science. Sincerely, Thomas Dolby, says Broncos. Let Elon Musk be the spaceman. True, a Mandalorian. 100%. BS. I do not want to look at that spider ever, says Mrs. Marie. She's not digging the spiders. Well, there you have it. That's the whole point of our theme so far. And we're going to we've had a lot of fun with this. All the puns, everything you guys have had fun with. All the relative aspects of space and sports we've really, really enjoyed. So maybe we'll do this more often. We'll try to find themes and some fun stories or things going on.
It's really been an out of this world experience, Chris.
It's been fantastic, and I think we got to do this more often. Obviously, maybe we got to get a theme.
Certainly not once every 13.1 billion years, Chris. More often than that.
No, and here's the thing: I'll nerd out every so often, so we might do these. Maybe our next theme is dating your girlfriend or your a mother or a cougar of some sort. Maybe that's our next theme. Cougars.
Cougars are our theme.
Cougars are our next theme. Zach Wilson will be our mascot. Just throwing that out.
Okay. All right. That's a very different theme than we went with tonight.
That's a very, very different theme. So 62-53 Nuggets up after 3. There you go. Is that a telescope in your pocket?
Championship.
That's football wife. It's not a telescope in my. I mean, what? Let's move on. All right, let's get into our quarterback rankings. Football wife has been eager to get after some of the new sports talk that pretty much revolves around football, NFL. I know she needs to take a break from golf. She's excited about the Open coming up, Scotty. But there's a reason why we have a football counter. 56 days, 16 hours, 57 minutes. And we are starting off our series of quarterback rankings that we are starting from 32. Now, we're taking all starting quarterbacks, right? This doesn't include backups. So we are talking...
And we made some decisions on a few, there's 3 teams that are having a QB battle. One of them being Seattle, actually, with Geno Smith and Drew Lock. But yes,
it'll take a couple streams to get to the Steelers quarterbacks.
Couple minutes is what you meant, reckoning. Couple minutes.
Oh, there we go. It'll take seriously, Drew Lock 32. Seriously, Marie. I mean,
where do you want him, Marie? Where do you want him? Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Look at that goober.
So here's where we're starting out. We're starting out, and Scott put this list together, and we're going to be going through this with you week by week, breaking it down. So right now we're only covering from 32 to 21. On Sunday we'll do 20 through 11, and then next Wednesday we'll wrap up our quarterback countdown from top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, and we'll all make sure that you guys know who we think are. And here's the fun part: you guys can just rip this apart. You can have fun with it. We want your opinions, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Starting out at number 32 of 32, we have Drew Lock with the Seahawks. Now, keep in mind, there's a quarterback battle in Seattle, like you mentioned, Scotty. He's battling Geno Smith. But here's the thing, too. They haven't closed the door. Jimmy Garoppolo was out there. And realistically, the fact that Seattle and Jimmy Garoppolo and some other talks have been occurring from sources, what does that tell you about the 2 quarterbacks they have on the roster? So that just shows that they're not sold on what they have here in Seattle. Gosh, it feels good to not be in this conversation. I'm so relieved. But Drew Lock comes in here at number 32. Do I think he's the better quarterback currently there? Yes. I think he can have flashes. I think he could show some promise from game to game, but I just don't know if he's the best decision maker. And I don't know if he's a guy that can really get you in a division that's, fairly competitive.
Fingers, say to the face.
I don't think he can handle. Is this the first slap Marie we've ever seen from Football Wife, by the way? What?
I think so.
He'll show you all. Damn it, says Marie. Geno Smith. Slap me, football wife. There you go. Give him a chance. He's young, new place. And again, we're giving him some love. We're giving him some love in the fact that he shows flashes.
He's flashed. He is flashed. Guys, we got to put somebody at 32. Okay, he was dogged by the U.S. Open tennis account on Twitter. He's proven nothing in his career, and he's in a QB battle with Geno Smith right now. What do you want us to do? Listen, today's going to be a shitstorm of QBs we're listing. I don't even, like, you guys want to argue with these, and I'm like, they're all trash, all right? They're all, if your team logo is in the top left corner of these graphics, it's not good. It's not a good thing for any of your teams. So, yeah, Drew Lock has some talent. He's got some arm strength. He can put some balls in nice places. He has his moments. He can't read a defense. He's dumb as rocks. And he couldn't beat out Teddy Bridgewater. And he may not beat out Geno Smith.
Hey, thank you, football wife, for the gifted to Broncos.
Sub to Broncos. Marie, I didn't know you were so passionate about Drew Lock. Is it just his charming, boyish face? Or what is it about Drew Lock that you like so much? Because the only game he's going to play well this year is week 1 against the Broncos. But Drew Lock's trash. He's trash. He's not going to be good. Maybe he's not 32. Maybe we're wrong on that. But he's certainly not above 25, guys.
I think
if you can't get the starting job over Teddy Bridgewater in Denver, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, and Marie, that's the thing that I'm falling back on too. He couldn't beat out Teddy Bridgewater, who's a journeyman quarterback who comes in and is just like a backup. I love Teddy Bridgewater, but that's what he is. He's not a starting quarterback that's going to take you to the promised land. And so that's one. He couldn't beat out Teddy. He can't beat out Geno. He hasn't, like, if he was good enough, he should be already named the starter over Geno. He hasn't been named starter over Geno. I know, like, you want him to be, but that should be clear cut. And the fact that they're still kicking the tires on other quarterbacks that are out there, like a Jimmy Garoppolo, it's just like that just tells you everything you need to know. And I love Drew Lock as a person, right? He's a great guy. He's a great kid. He's a great kid. We're talking about winning football games. That's what it is. Go ahead.
I forgot Marie's reasoning. Marie, more than any other person in the universe, hates Shermer. Just hated Shermer. And Shermer was not a good OC. No doubt about it. Not a good fit. So, hey, we could be wrong here. We could be wrong. And Drew Lock has, if he does end up being the starter in Seattle, pretty good options to throw to in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. So, Marie has activated Pierre mode, according to Reckoning. Like it a lot. Chairman, whoa, give some respect to Teddy Two Gloves. I say this not wanting to be a hater, but I will never, ever, ever give respect to any individual that throws a ball with a glove on their hand. I can't do it, Chris. I cannot, will not, won't do it, hate it.
Marie has activated Pierre mode. Geno Smith better than Locke? So what's up, hey, Canada Relief? Welcome back, my friend. It has been a while. How are you doing? It's good. We've missed you. Hell no, Canada. Give him hell, Marie. You won't respect Pickett? We'll talk about a little bit. And Mandalorian just like not like this. All right, so let's go. So there we go. Drew Lock coming in at number 32.
A lot of people already happy with our rankings. With our first guy,
we've only gotten one ranking.
one shitty quarterback in, and we're already got people upset.
This is gonna be a hell of a list. I'm telling you right now. Hey, Canada! Let's go.
2 for the Shaq Shammy.
We don't get those very often, so thank you so much. Let's go.
That just sounds sad.
What about the second baseman? Back for football.
Nope. And Broncos PFM wore a glove, Scotty. Yeah. My point's proven.
You want a super?
I stand firm on that.
You want
Don't wear a glove on the hand you're throwing a football with.
All right, Chairman.
Or baseball or anything.
All right, Chairman. Chairman, close your eyes for this one. Chairman, I'm sorry. Right now, number 31, Jared Goff. Jared Goff for the Detroit Lions coming in here. Scotty, you have him ranked at 31. Whoa, Goff 31? Wow.
Oh my gosh, nothing is going to be right. Why did you have to tell him I made the rankings, Chris?
McDuggan, switch 32 and 31. I'll be happy. I mean, I don't want him either, but 32, 31.
No, 31. Yeah. I just got an ad on one of my streams here, Chris. So let's just take a break. Take a breather. Everyone relax. I didn't know this was going to be so heated on shitty quarterbacks, but here we are. Here we are. What do you want me to say about Jared Goff? He left. He was the number 1 pick, got traded away from his franchise, and they immediately won a Super Bowl. And he won not a lot of games. Granted, not a lot of people win a lot of games in Detroit, but Jared Goff is just like, he has his moments where he makes nice throws and he does nice things, and he had some nice years with the Rams. You could say it's the coaching, you could say it's him or the offensive talent in the Rams, but look at him. Look at him. Does that instill confidence? Does that man instill confidence that that is the franchise player for your roster? Because every team's franchise player almost should be their quarterback, unless you have just like a astounding world-given unbelievable talent. Otherwise, Jared Goff is, we know what Jared Goff is. He's 27. He's not very good. They didn't even want to play him. Like, he didn't want to play in the playoffs 2 years ago when he was with the Rams. He's soft. He has no outside the pocket ability. He has no imagination. He's just sad, man. He's sad. He's sad. He belongs in Detroit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take that one back.
Chairman's we're gonna have a lot of people going Pierre on us, unleashing their inner Pierre on us.
Is Pierre here? Because he'll be here soon.
It's belongs in Detroit. Ouch, says Reckoning.
I mean, look at him. He knows he's trash. He's like, this is just my life now. I'm just gonna get paid. Hey, props to him. Attractive girlfriend, fiance, wife. I don't know who it is. But when they won their first game last year, remember that clip where she got really excited while she was doing like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit photo shoot or something? Yeah. So, congratulations there.
Canada relief. Give Goff a break. He has no weapons. Let's see what else.
He was a Mandalorian. He was overrated at Cal Berkeley. Everyone knows that in the Bay Area. Yeah. I mean, he should not have been the number 1 pick. I don't know what else to say to that. Marie, picture me lying on the floor, kicking and screaming. I can feel it coming.
He was over. Yeah. So there we go. So, I mean, the good thing about the Lions is they're a feel good team. You always root for the Lions, and so you're gonna root for Jared Goff. Let's just put it like it is, and we're gonna want them to win games. We're gonna root for them to win games. Davis Mills
I'm
is
gonna root for the Lions more than I am Jared Goff. He's so uninspiring.
We got a clip by Reckoning. Sadness belongs in Detroit. Chairman's gonna he's gonna just he's not happy. I'll take Goff over Darnold, Justin Fields, Davis Mills. Well,
Darnold's not in these rankings, to be fair, because I don't consider him a starting quarterback this year. The other two are slightly above.
Next up, Pittsburgh Steelers starter Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky is coming in at number 30 here. Now, just coming in with Pittsburgh, trying to change things around after you had Ben Roethlisberger leave last season. Old man Big Ben is finally out of the picture, and it opens up for Mitch to come in and try to make something happen. Mitch coming in at number 32. Or I mean 30, sorry.
I mean, he's a holdover right now, right? They signed. I almost wanted to do Kenny Pickett. I think Trubisky's going to start the season. I'd be shocked if Kenny Pickett gets the starting nod right off the bat, especially because I'm not even high on Kenny Pickett. I don't think Kenny Pickett's any good. I thought that was a terrible first round pick for the Steelers. Trubisky might be the Nickelback of this rankings.
Nickelback.
Chris. Outside of he had no hits, but he has a winning record as a starting quarterback. No one understands or realizes that. Everyone hates on Nagy, everyone hates on Trubisky, but they won more games than they lost. There's something to be said for that. Now, was he good enough? Like, when you look at the tape, and like, Trubisky has no idea what he's doing out there. Maybe that's coaching, maybe that's him, but he had no idea what he was doing as far as progressing routes, going from one option to the second to the third, getting it out, putting it accurately. He was a mess, an absolute mess in Chicago. All of a sudden, he just sits behind Josh Allen in Buffalo for a year, and he's now gold. He's gold. Not so fast for me.
5 fingers.
He's pretty much. He's just not very good. Sorry, Reckoning. Are you excited about Mitch Trubisky? Are you excited about Kenny Pickett? Because you shouldn't be excited about either. Actually, I'm sorry, Reckoning. I'm sorry. I hate Reckoning, or I hate Pickett because he's got small hands and a second glove. Yeah, hate all those things. An upgrade over Ben, maybe, but these guys are still trash. Trash is trash. It's a different style of trash. They throw it further in incomplete passes, where Ben just completes a 1-yard pass every time. So what do you want? What do you want?
And again,
he's like, why do you hate your mod? I don't hate anybody except for every athlete, apparently, because I'm a hater.
So do you have a guy you don't know if he's going to start above Goff? No love for the D. He is a graduate of Brian DeBoll School of Quarterback Rehabilitation back in Buffalo. Who knows with this guy? Someone stop him. Trubisky is trash, says Marie. So she's agreeing. Nickelback has nothing to do with this. Why do you hate your mod? Yeah, we don't hate you. We love you. We love you. But there you go. Mitch Trubisky coming in at number 30. All right. Our Atlanta fan from last show isn't here, so it's okay. I think we're safe. We're not going to get a lot of hate for this one, I don't think. Marcus Mariota coming in, quarterback.
What timing? Chairman was like, can't wait to see how high Mariota is on the list.
Let's see. There we go. Well, you didn't have to wait long because Marcus Mariota comes in at number 29 here, Atlanta Falcons, which is another team that's just floundered. They're in cap hell, so they can't exactly put anybody around them, obviously. But from a pure quarterback standpoint, 29 for Marcus Mariota. The Falcons aren't going to be very competitive this year in that division. It's even a weak division. It's not even a strong division, and they're going to have it a kind of a tough time competing. I think they'll be maybe middle of the road max with Mariota, but that's about it.
Mariota, I might be too high on Mariota because I have an affinity for Oregon. So him being a Duck, maybe I rank him too high right here at 29. But honestly, Mariota had some nice years in Tennessee. He led them to a playoffs, got a playoff win or two. His arm strength is bad. He doesn't throw great outside the pocket because of it. Can still do a little bit with his legs. Not the guy he was at Oregon with his legs. But Marie, that's your 32. Bias. I knew it. Yeah, maybe. But I ranked him at 29 with bias. So he is also heading into an awful situation with the worst offensive line in football in Atlanta. He does have Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley. Oh, wait, nope. Calvin Ridley isn't allowed to play this year because he bet on football. So, but Kyle Pitts is a nice option. I think Kyle Pitts will blow up this year. Honestly, I think Mariota loves to throw to tight ends. I think that's going to be a great fit. I think Mariota can offer you some things, and he hasn't been a starter in a couple of years. So let's see what he's got before we throw him to the wolves.
Yeah, and I mean, I might have reworked maybe Goff above Mariota in my personal rankings, but I think, still Mariota is like he's a non-factor for me. He's never really moved the needle for me. Everywhere he's been, he's kind of been that placeholder guy that kind of just gets you over, and that's what he is here in Atlanta. He's a placeholder until they find something that they're a little bit more excited about. I mean, that's fine between 29 garbage and 32 garbage. So there you go, says Chairman. Let's see. Klept. Mariota's washed. I watched him in the Raiders. Reckoning. What the hell happened there? Wow. Going back to the Steelers thing. More excited for our quarterbacks than our stadium rebranding. Congrats on the Avalanches, Canada. Thank you, Canada. We appreciate it. We had a big celebration here. It was fantastic. So it's always Hines. We're going to get to that. Don't go anywhere, Reckoning. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot to say about that as well. Scotty at least does. So here we go. Next up, Davis Mills, who I think has a little bit of a potential here. Obviously, Houston quarterback. He showed some flashes at the end of last season that were kind of promising. Is his neck really that long? It looks super long here, by the way.
It is that long.
It's super long. It's weirding me out right now. But yeah, Davis Mills coming in. Obviously, the Texans are a mess, but he was able to have some decent starts at the end of the last season. You didn't know what you were getting. You still don't know what you're getting. You still don't know if he can replicate what he did in some of those games over a course of a full season. However, Davis Mills coming in on the lower end of this stage has a little bit more upside than I think some of the others on this list that we're covering tonight.
I like Davis Mills a little bit in a regard, like he's better than I thought he would be at any point. He's going in his second year, had some nice moments for the Texans. Now, who was it that already put it in the chat?
Where's Moab?
Reckoning, imagine Mills' neck with Manning's forehead. I was about to say he is the antithesis of Peyton Manning. So one has just an enormous neck. One has an enormous forehead. I don't think that head would be able to last in neck if you had Manning combined with Davis Mills. That would be incredibly concerning, Chris. I don't know why anyone would wish that on an individual. However, Davis Mills, no athletic traits as far as getting outside the pocket, nothing like that. Played for an awful team in Houston and fought and clawed and played pretty well once they opened up the playbook a little bit for him. So, listen, we got to have someone at 28. I don't know long term if he's a real option, but he surprised me a little bit last year. So everyone's going to say I'm a hater, but I kind of like Davis Mills in the sense that he surprised me last year and played some decent football at times for a shitty football team.
Yeah. So some comment in the chat. Also, before Drew, you're so high on medication, Scotty, says Marie. Where's Moab? He was just here.
Davis was better than Drew last year.
No doubt. Why is Adam Apple so big, says Klept? His long ass neck, says Football Wife. Pep Hamilton needs more recognition as a quarterback whisperer. Big Bird, says Marie. Davis Mills' neck plus Mike Glennon's neck. Have fun. Oof. Yeah, it's just weird how it's just like wider. Like his neck is wider than his actual head. It's kind of strange. Anyways, next up, Carson Wentz. Where's Pierre? Where's Pierre at? Pierre, Welcome to the rankings. Carson Wentz coming in here at number 27. He is the brand new quarterback for your Washington football team. Washington Commanders.
No, I put it as football team in all the graphics, Chris. I'm not there yet.
Oh man, I'm not there yet. He's got the colored suit. He's got everything here. He's smiling. He's ready to play ball. Paging Pierre. Everyone's paging Pierre. If anyone, we don't really.
This is your hero, Pierre. This is your hero. This is the guy you want to hold firm on and be like, yes, we finally got our guy. That dude in that awful yellow jacket with I get what he was trying to do, but it looks so bad and he looks so awful. And man, does he have some traits at times that leave you like, oh yeah, real good. But here's a guy that got hurt, and then his team, who drafted him number 2 overall, went and won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. He wasn't able to get anywhere near that moment. He got traded for a year to the Colts, and the Colts immediately tried to get rid of him. And the Washington football team was more than obliged to take on him for some God-known reason. I don't get it. I get the talent and the moments, but man, does he not make a stupid play all the damn time. He might be the dumbest quarterback in the league. He tries to throw left-handed. He throws it up while he's getting hit. He could not lead the Colts to the playoffs against a terrible Jags team.
That was bad.
In week 18 last year. Bruh. He's so... Like, why are we continuing to give this dude chances? Why? I'm getting a lot of slap Scotties. I don't get it. I didn't know so many people were fans of Carson Wentz.
Pierre,
what am I missing?
Pierre's, is it weird, ironic that Pierre's not the one slapping? Here. He's not even slapping you. Like everyone else is.
Oh, for Pierre. They're doing it in honor of Pierre.
Can I share a secret in this chat room? You could always share secrets, Broncos, in this chat room. I know some Eagle fans who treat him as quality quarterback and hate everything about the Eagles and Colts for trading him away. Says Reckoning, a Mandalorian. Now this guy is washed. Let's see. Wasn't Wentz not that terrible statistically last year? He had some decent stats and decent games. He just made some bonehead plays when it really mattered. And again, the biggest testament I think in this is that execution in that game against Jacksonville. I mean, I know he's okay sometimes. He's fine sometimes. He's had flashes too, but at this stage in your career, you got to be on the upward trajectory, not like staying dead even or making bad mistakes. Like, you got to separate yourself from some of these other quarterbacks that are on this list, and he hasn't necessarily done that. That's why he's getting moved to a team like Washington.
He also has a very punchable face, Chris. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I would punch that face instantly with no regard. He may not hurt from it, but I'd do it anyway.
Hey, do what you got to do, my friend.
I just...
Cuban,
he's terrible.
Cuban is back. Had to run to the store. You've missed a lot, Cuban. I don't know if you've had us on in the background or not, but you've missed a lot. Scotty is the most hated guy in Twitch right now. Easily.
I'm comfortable.
I don't like PFM. Shh, says Broncos. It's fine. I mean, there's some people that aren't big fans of PFM.
By the way, Sports Scores bot, the Rockies are pouring it on against the Padres. 9-6. Let's go, Rocks.
Turn off that jacket, quick shout out. Carson. Turn off the jacket. All right. Next.
I mean, I get what he was doing, but he looks so bad.
Pierre's we're gonna move on, and Pierre's gonna be like, "Ooh, man, I haven't seen Carson on this list yet. I can't wait to see how high they have him ranked." We're gonna get into our top 10, and he's gonna be like excited. Nope. All right, coming in at number 26, Tua is here at number 26. starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. He's got that weird hand going right here in this picture.
What is his offhand doing?
I don't know what he's got, like some Stranger Things kind of like, torqued hand vibe going on here. Tua has a lot of weapons to play with. And here's the thing with Tua. We haven't exactly figured out what he really is yet. Like
I think we know what he is.
His arm strength is definitely a question. We've seen some of he has all these weapons, including Tyreek Hill, who came in and Mandalorian. Come on now, Scotty, not like this.
I think they're hating because of like Tyreek Hill thing, but I'm not. This is where I would rank Tua.
Looking for Tyreek. Bold prediction: Tua is going to be a surprise player of 2022, says Chairman. I mean, he could be. I mean, and they have a new coach there. That's he came from San Francisco, who was really is an integral part of turning that offense in San Francisco around and making sure that he was successful. I think he's going to do similar things with Tua here. I just don't know if Tua has the physical attributes to execute some of those game plans, but we'll see. I think that could be a big piece of what the question that I have with this offense in Miami. They could be really decent from a quarterback standpoint based off of the weapons that they have. I mean, if Tua can't succeed this season, he's not going to. Let's just put it that way.
I love the weapons in Miami. I mean, Tyreek, Weddle, Gesicki at tight end. Like, I love those pieces. Tua, I mean, look at the throwing motion. What else do I need to say? The guy got drafted in front of Herbert and then all of a sudden couldn't beat out Ryan Fitzmagic, who is now retired. He was the better option in year one. Year two, like, Tua hasn't figured it out. He's just very much an RPO guy, which he did a lot in Alabama, and he can throw to in the middle of the field. He's like a Lamar Jackson without the running ability, which means he's awful. He's accurate within 10 yards, but you don't see him over 10 yards because he doesn't do it a lot. He does not throw outside the numbers. He doesn't throw outside at all. We don't know if he can do it. I don't think he can. People say I'm a hater. I didn't even I had no thoughts on Tua going into the draft. Well, none. Like, I thought Tua was going to be better than this, quite frankly. And maybe people are saying I'm a hater because of Tyreek going there, but Tua has proven. I mean, the Dolphins have at every moment been rumored to try and replace Tua, who they drafted 2 years ago. They've been rumored on Tom Brady. They've been rumored on Deshaun Watson. They've been rumored on everyone out there. So there's a reason that they don't want Tua as their quarterback already. He's trash. Tua will never be a good quarterback in the league. I'll say that right now. Now, this is his best opportunity because the weapons he has at his disposal in Miami right now. The fastest wide receiver core in the league with Weddle and Tyreek Hill. So we'll see what happens.
He has no excuses.
We'll see what happens, but
no excuses to not succeed.
As an actual quarterback, he's trash.
So, this is his chance. He's got everything he needs. You can't ask for more. If you're a young quarterback, you couldn't ask for more. Going into the chat, my money surprise player of the year is Jalen Hurts. Think Scotty was under the influence in making this when he ranked Tua as a Mandalorian.
What has Tua done that's been impressive? Show me a clip. Show me a throw. Show me anything. Tua hasn't done shit.
I don't think you're a hater. Tua hasn't earned a spot any higher, in my opinion, but I think he will be a breakout year for him, potentially. Has Daniel Jones not been mentioned yet? Daniel Jones. Probably next.
Chris, I'm sorry. I had to code yellow again.
Code yellow. Spam it up again. Let's go. Code yellow's in the chat. Let's see, because Scotty is high. Says, it's not even 10 and I'm pulling out my hair, says Marie. So, hey, we got you talking though, right? We got you thinking. But here's the thing. Like, some of the things that we've thrown out here for some of these quarterbacks, they're not far off, right? I mean, Tua hasn't proven anything yet. A lot of these quarterbacks on this list so far haven't proven much yet. Some have, made had flashes and things, but we're still waiting. So that's kind of, I mean, you can't argue with some of them. You gotta, call it what it is. And again, with this one, I think that there's some huge opportunities in Miami. I think that division could be an opportunity for him to succeed. That new coaching staff, the way they're going to be calling plays, I think they'll be in a decent spot. Look out for Miami to maybe make some surprise moves forward. It's hard to fail offensively with the weapons that he has. They have arguably the best receiving core in the entire NFL. Right? Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Name a top 2 duo in the NFL that's better than that. That's pretty damn good. So it's hard to disagree. Next up, Justin Fields, quarterback of the Chicago Bears, coming in here. Scotty smoking that MJ, that Mary Jane, says Reckoning. Not like Ja.
I am shocked, Chris, because when I made these rankings, I assumed I was going to get universal support. Like, everyone was going to be on the same page as me. Everyone was going to agree with me. I don't know what's happening right now.
By the way, guys, don't leave yet. We still have Scotty's coming in hot. I know you might be all jazzed up about this list so far, but we still have one more segment at the end of this show that we're going to get to, so don't go anywhere. We have a few more. We have, 4 more rankings 4 more players we're going to reveal tonight. The rest will happen moving forward, so keep an eye on that. That'll be happening Sunday. Where's chat coming in hot? I mean, you guys are coming in hot right now. It's fine. I love it. Get you guys talking a little bit.
People fired up about the worst quarterbacks in the league. Which is why NFL is king, Chris.
Well,
it's true.
You would expect all of this to be happening on like our top 10. Like
no.
I
expect it throughout.
We're getting into all of this hatred in our top or worst 10. Word on these Twitch streets, Scotty be getting soft in his takes. LOL. Yes.
I'm just trying to be liked a little bit. I actually don't care if I'm liked. That's not true.
But we got Justin Fields here. It's all good.
Yeah, and I even added a picture that I thought was like familiar, so people knew who I was talking about. Dude got sacked almost every play last year.
Now, Bears on the up and ups. They don't have to worry about Matt Nagy anymore. So it's all about trying to get him. I know
everyone wants to blame Matt Nagy.
He's got a fresh slate here with Chicago and what they're going to be doing, drawing up for him this season. Scotty, what are your expectations for Justin Fields?
Not high. He's at 25. He didn't show a lot. Listen, the Bears are defunct of talent, devoid of talent. It's a black hole for talent. If we're still going back to the theme, they traded for N'Keal Harry. That's a nothing burger because he's trash. Listen, Justin Fields didn't progress in the light I would have liked to see last year. Like, everyone wants to blame Matt Nagy, but like at some point the quarterback has to take responsibility for, yes, he was behind not a great offensive line, but he was awful in pocket presence. He didn't get rid of the ball fast enough. He has a long way to go to be a viable NFL quarterback in this league. I don't know if he gets there, quite frankly. I'm not high on Justin Fields. He's at 25 because he's shown traits and he's shown ability, and he's only going into his second year. We're going to have a lot of second year guys actually coming up here in these next few. So
Broncos should finish this list about midnight. No, we're not getting to number 1. We're only going to 21 tonight. Broncos. So we're almost wrapped up with this list for tonight. We're going to do the next 10 on Wednesday, and then the final 10 next Sunday, a week from today. Or no, wait, Sunday, then next Wednesday, a week from today. So my days are all scrambled. Ohio State bust, another one, says a Mandalorian. I think the Bears will surprise you this season, says Marie. Marie's high on a lot of these quarterbacks. Marie is definitely...
Marie does not want to rank anyone in the 20s. Everyone's a top 10 quarterback in Marie's mind. She's just nicer than I am.
Reckoning, if y'all don't see this in the Discord trivia, who was the player that had one less yards after catch than N'Keal Harry last year?
I saw that one.
Did you? The Bears are tanking, might be worse than Detroit, says Reckoning. Broncos. Marie is just high. There, all right, so there we go. Bears coming in here at number 25, Justin Fields. All right, Trey Lance, a young kid in San Francisco. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo is kind of still lingering around outside the practice facility, like hoping he has like an in, hoping that like maybe he can listen in on some of the conversations happening within the walls of San Francisco, but they're still he's just in the fringe. Trey Lance, the young kid coming out of Nevada, is the guy that's going to be potentially... He's in Nevada, right?
No.
Where's he out of?
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. Sorry, it was one of those small schools. So, Trey Lance coming in. Little bits of proof here. He has some raw ability and still has some potential, nice little ceiling that we think he has, but you have him ranked here at 24.
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple opportunities to start last year with some injuries. They basically closed the playbook and dumbed it down, and he didn't do a ton. He has a ton of arm talent, ton of athletic ability, a lot of things to be really, really excited about. He's just very, very raw. I think eventually, if they're patient, he will be way higher than 24 on this list. And there's a lot of people out there that took a flyer on him for MVP this year, thinking he could be like the Patrick Mahomes of when Mahomes came out of nowhere and won MVP his first year starting, second year in the league. I don't see that for Trey Lance. I don't think Shanahan would even run an offense that would provide that opportunity, as he shouldn't. They should continue to rely on the run there. But Trey Lance has ability. It's just hard to project right now because he's such a project. But down the road, I think he certainly has the potential to be a top 10 guy, but certainly could get into the top 15 at some point with some progression. But right now, he's 24. He just hasn't proven anything.
Yeah, he still has a little bit of ways to go. So I think that, yeah, eventually he'll get there. But right now, a little bit more to work through. So 49ers coming in with Trey Lance at number 24. Couple more here on the list, and then we are getting to coming in hot. So don't go anywhere. Hit that follow button if you're here enjoying the content, or just, have something to say. Throw it in the chat. If you're looking at these lists like everyone else in the chat and saying like this is completely wrong, let us know why. I want to hear your thoughts on this list, along with everyone else who's here, all of our lab rats who are always participating. So thank you so much for being here and being a part of the chat. The 49ers made a massive mistake trading up for him. He has to be a superstar to justify that trade, says Reckoning. And that's true. I mean, that's gonna eventually play out. And if he doesn't turn into anything in the next 1 or 2 years, you're going to look back in that trade up and be like, yeah, you messed that up drastically. Yep. Number 23, Danny Dimes. Here we go. Is finally hitting the list here. Quarterback for the Giants, number 23. I mean, still fairly young kid, 25 years old, but that Giants have just been a dumpster fire. Saquon Barkley, injury prone, so he hasn't had a lot to work with from a running game standpoint to open up the offense. But what changes here for New York? Obviously, New York Giants still have some ways to go. What do you got?
listen, this is the final year Danny Dimes has a chance. The only one I put in this with his nickname, because Daniel Jones is just boring, so gotta go Danny Dimes here. And this is actually a photo of him in that infamous Monday Night Football game where he had the end zone in front of him running and just fell over on his own. So that's kind of what Danny Dimes does. He falls over himself. Marie, he's your proper 30. Maybe he shows flashes to me where he has moments.
Oh,
thank you for the raid, Tooth Pete.
what's up, Toof? Thank you so much.
Toof?
Go give Toof a shout out. Danny Dimes is poopy. That's why he comes in at number 23 here. What's up, Toof? If go give Toof Pete some love. Welcome in. Let's give everyone some J.R. Smith welcomes in the chat.
How was your stream tonight, Toof?
How was the stream?
it?
I hope you had a great stream, and I hope everything is going well with you over there, guys. They do a great. Toof does a great show with sports during. He's switched up his times a little bit, but he's I think in the evenings now. So go check him out, and welcome to everybody. My name is Chris. This is Scott, and we are your hosts for the Action Lab. We are here live every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you check us out each and every single time. We're doing a quarterback countdown here. We're doing our 32 to 21 list. We're going to be breaking down 10 quarterbacks each week. So make sure you guys are here to check out all the lists. So far, it's been contentious, and we haven't even gotten to the top two-thirds of this list. People are already
People are
ripping it.
so mad at where you rank shitty quarterbacks. It's shocking to me. I knew they'd be mad at the top, but I didn't know the hate I was going to get at the bottom. Like, everyone's like, oh, the guy you ranked at 25 should be 28. And I'm like, okay. But we're both acknowledging not so good. Not such a great quarterback. But everyone, Tooth Pete, who was 32? It was Locke. Yeah.
NF, what's up? How we doing?
Mills. Danny Dimes is the 92nd ranked QB. I still believe in Danny Dimes just a little bit. He shows some flashes. I don't know why he ruined Kenny Galladay's career in just one season. Kadarius Toney is a weapon there they have. I think they still have Sterling Shepard, maybe. I don't know. I think Danny Dimes has, this is it, right? Thank you for the Shaq Shimmy in Fuentes. Respecter. Who's your team? Who do you love?
It looks
Mills
like
at 1.
Houston, it looks like.
Yeah, I was like, Mills at 1. I already know. Somehow we didn't have Mills listed at 1. And we already listed him, to be honest. Great neck, though. Great neck.
Oh, yeah. If this was a neck rankings, he would be probably
numero uno.
By far number one. By far.
The greatest.
So, well, again, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Now, next up, again, we're only going to 21 now. So, Trevor Lawrence coming in here at number 22. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback has a lot to prove coming in after a train wreck season. Here we go. Oh, another raid coming in.
Let's go. Thank you.
Shopmaster, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a fantastic stream. Shopmaster, how are we doing? Great one. It's been a while since we've had you in. Welcome. Great one. You're a Dallas fan, right? I'm pretty sure I remember that, right? Welcome in. If you guys are here again, we're doing our first 10 of our quarterback rankings here on the stream. So we are going to be breaking this down. Yes. So welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great week. We are, again, my name is Chris. This is Scott. We are your host, but we are breaking things down a little bit for you. Trevor Lawrence coming in at number 22. Scotty, break it down.
I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence. He is actually like the Nickelback. And for those who weren't here earlier, we were talking about Nickelback, and for some reason it got brought up. I feel bad. He looks like Chad Kroger a little bit with the long hair. This dude was hyped as the greatest thing since Andrew Luck, and I just never saw it. everyone wanted to believe when he was a true freshman and he led Clemson to that national championship that he was the next great thing. And then everyone ignored flaws after that. Now, his biggest flaw last year was Urban Meyer as his head coach. So I'm not ready to call him dead or anything like that. He has some traits. He likes to get the ball out to the wide receivers. I like that. He's going to have Travis Etienne, who was hurt all last year, on board with James Robinson. So you have a great 1-2 at running back. You have a decent offensive line with some of the re-signings they've made there. So I think he has, obviously they were made fun of for Christian Kirk signing, as they should have been for what they paid for Kirk, but Kirk's still going to be a nice option for him on the outside. He's got weapons. This is going to be a really, really interesting year for Trevor Lawrence. He either takes a big leap, or he kind of just hangs out where he's at, which is kind of below mediocre. I don't see a lot off of that, but he has some weapons and he has some options now. So we'll see how Sunshine does.
Sunshine. Yeah, no, he obviously Urban Meyer's gone, so you don't have to worry about him. 60 Mohawk. Is that Cub swag in the background? No, it's actually Colorado Avalanche right here. We are both in Colorado. Scotty and I both live here in Colorado. He's all Colorado teams except for one. He is an NFL franchise lover of the Kansas City Chiefs. I am a Broncos fan. So, yeah, for all you guys who are new, that's who we are. By the way, if you guys are here, thank you for...
But for all the Cowboys fans here, that's my NFC team. I got a good buddy, hardcore Cowboys fan, and I love the Cowboys as well.
So there you have it. So welcome in. If you hit that follow button, if you have not already, we're going to be doing all our rankings. And Scotty right here very, very soon is coming in hot segment where he's going to talk a lot about something that's really been on his mind. So don't go anywhere. And we are going to have some fun to close out the show here. Nickelback is off limits, LMAO. Chairman, I'm still waiting to see Brian Hoyer listed above Goff's, says Chairman. There you go.
And he will be.
So, again, guys, let's get into it. Next one, our Time Person of the Year. Zach Wilson slept with his mom's best friend. We have some fun happening here with number 21. How old is Zach? Is he 20? How old is he?
Well, according to the graphic here, Chris, he's 22.
Okay, 22. There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm like, wait a minute. What kind of whiskey bourbon was that? Says 60 Mohawk.
That was Woodford. That was pretty basic. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. I got the Costco, the premium Costco Kirkland, the one that's like the 92 proof or something. It's pretty good.
Don't sleep on the Costco Kirkland brands.
Don't.
They're actually pretty decent, especially their Scotch. Actually.
What's up, 60 Mohawk with the follow? Thank you so much.
Let's go.
What's going on, Chris? Kirkland just got a great review. There you go. We need to get sponsored by Kirkland for sure. I bet his mom's best friend has a daughter named Stacy. Could be. And I bet you his mom's best friend has him higher ranked on this list than we do at 21. So obviously all the news coming out this past week about all of the cougar style that Mr. Zach Wilson is fond of. He likes the older ladies. There's nothing wrong with that. Some kids like the older ladies. That's totally fine. But we have him here from a quarterback standpoint at number 21. Now the Jets had a fantastic draft this past season, or this past summer, and they loaded up on some talent on the roster when it comes to some young weapons. So will it be enough to get Zach Wilson over the hump with the Jets? He has a lot to prove, right? So, Scotty, you have him here at number 21. Why?
Was that on purpose?
Meow, says Cuban.
Listen, I ranked Zach Wilson probably about 5 spots ahead of what I would have.
Oh, you okay there, Scotty? You frozen? Hold on, wait. We lost you for a second.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen for a sec. You stopped at, I have him ranked 5 positions higher than I would have.
A week ago. Before the news of him being time of the year, I wasn't ready to anoint him, but now I'm ready. I'm ready, Chris.
That was the perfect
now I am ready. He's the truth. He's going to be a great quarterback in this league because he lacks no confidence. He will fire it in there wherever he wants to whoever he wants, and he will get the job done. The Jets franchise has been turmoiled since Joe Namath, but finally they have a savior, Chris. I'm underrating this guy. Not based off his play last year, but simply based off his ability to pull. Phenomenal. He went to prom with 2 girls. I don't know what to say about that. He's been phenomenal throughout his career with that. Does not lack confidence, and props to him, and congratulations, New York Jets. You got yourself a winner.
I mean, we have a lot of ladies in the chat, and I'm sure, Zach Wilson. I mean, all the ladies in the chat, all the single ladies.
Do they? He looks like he's 12 years old. That's my only thing.
He looks so young, right? Like, why?
So young.
It's a little bit weird, but like, hey,
so young.
I mean, sometimes older women are into young kids too. That's fine, right? Marie, football wife, I'm in. See, There we go. But he looks like he's 12. But here you go. We have him at number 21 coming in here with the New York Jets. Does this mean the Jets are on the up and ups? I mean, in that division?
The Jets are on the up and up every year, Chris, and it never works out. I don't know what to say at this point with the Jets. I feel bad, but just maybe this is the year they're not terrible. Maybe. I've picked them other years and it has not worked out well, so I'm scarred already. I can't pick them anymore, Chris. Someone else is going to have to do it.
Yeah, so there we go.
Number 21 still isn't good. Yeah, I raised him 5 slots based off of the recent reveal, but I can't put him in the top 20. Okay.
Last year's Time Person of the Year is better. David Ayers says Reckoning. Someone keep track of this god awful list, please. You can clip it. And it's right here. Here's the list.
Here's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at, and we still have 2 more shows to get through the rest of this list. So make sure you guys tune in.
By the way, a perfect list.
It's absolutely perfect. If you don't agree with this list, you're absolutely dead wrong. 100%. In Fuentes, if Jets messed up this draft, can't blame them. Everyone they got was huge value. 100%. You're totally right. By the way, in Fuentes, who's your team again, and where are you from? I like to get to know you guys a little bit. Everyone who's new that came in from the raids, let us know where you're from and who's your team, because that's how we love to get to know all of our Action Lab rats who pop into the chat. Someone SS as it put it in the Discord screenshot. Yeah, take the screenshots. Jets have been a joke ever since they lost Ryan, says Klept. You haven't watched a losing game with him yet during this stream. Let's finish. Marie, I can't imagine he's worse. I mean, being 100%, joking aside, I think anyone can nitpick this list, but I can't really argue with it, says Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman.
From Houston, Texas fans, sadly. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, but we kind of were higher on Davis Mills for you in Fuentes. We actually, he has some potential. We do think that, I can argue it, says Reckoning. I do think that Davis Mills of this list, if we're looking at some potential here, obviously Davis Mills is in that category. Trey Lance is in the category, depending on how they utilize him. I mean, there's some interesting names here, but again, we're talking about the bottom third of the league. So let's just throw that and just put that in the context here. Zach Wilson is the best of the worst as far as this list is concerned. And it's not, I mean, again, arguing 21 through 32, they're all bad. They're all not great.
But they get heated, Chris. So I'm sure 11 through 20 next show will be smooth. It'll be smooth. Everyone will agree. It'll be fine.
Oh, It's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna go great.
I can feel it all the way down in my plum.
It's the saying I like is like, you don't hate me, you hate your quarterback. It's really what you do.
I'm just glad you don't have
If
Russell.
you're arguing with me over 32 through 21 and where I rank them, you actually hate your quarterback, not me.
It's a trap. It's a trap for you. Promise. I'm surprised you don't have Russell Wilson and how much trash you talk on Russell Wilson on this.
No, come on. I'm sensible, Chris. We'll see him next show, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Then all of a sudden you're going to activate my inner peer, and then we'll be in trouble. Ooh, I hope so, Scotty. But even if you're at 21, you're not doing great. I'm sensible. Press X, no doubt. There you go. So that's our rankings. Take a screenshot, clip it, whatever you want to do. That's what we got here. And we're going to be breaking down the next ones this coming Sunday. So next 10 will be revealed. And then we'll get to our final 10 the next week on Wednesday, a week from today. So make sure you guys hit that follow button so you know when we go live, so you can be a part of all of the criticism that goes into these lists. We have a lot of fun things happening on each show moving forward. NFL season is 56 days, 15 hours, 58 minutes, and 16 seconds away, guys. So make sure you guys are tuning in here for the best football content we have. Chairman of the board, exclamation point Prime in the chat. Hit that Prime if you haven't. But most importantly, just chat with us. Hit that follow button so you know exactly when we go live each and every week. So can't wait. Wednesdays and Sunday nights, 7 o'clock or 7:30 Mountain Time, 9:30 Eastern. They aren't listening to us at Chairman, so there you go. It's a shame. It's a shame. But you guys who came in are in for a treat, because coming up next, we have one of the most beloved segments on our show, and that's Scotty's Coming In Hot. Scotty's Coming In Hot segment is something, anytime that Scotty's feeling really fired up about something, he just has to just vent about it. He has to get fired up about it, and he has to use our show as an outlet, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. I know a couple of you guys are going to be very, very excited about this one, because there's some, when it comes to naming rights for stadiums, it's getting ridiculous. Scotty has some things to say, so let's go ahead. Without further ado, let's dive into Scotty Coming In Hot. Let's get it.
I'm so confused, Chris. Everyone calls me a hater. Everyone says I hate on things. And on this segment, I'm going to hate on both sides, because I think both sides are a disaster. So obviously in the news this week, we had the infamous Heinz Field Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium relinquish their rights to naming, and this lovely, whatever, Acrisure? Is it Acrisure? Acrisure Stadium is now the naming rights at over $10 million a year. I fault everyone. I don't understand this aspect of sports. I understand it more for the sports organizations than I do for the organizations that buy into it. So let's look at evidence, Chris. In Denver, we have Mile High Stadium, right? Everyone knows it as Mile High Stadium. Oh wait, they name it Invesco for a while. Invesco goes bankrupt. Oh wait, let's name it Sports Authority. Oh, they go bankrupt. And now they're the retirement firm that I can't think of, but my retirement is in, so hopefully they don't get bankrupt. I would like to keep my retirement. It's just so dumb. What are we doing? Whoever's in charge of marketing for their firm literally gets handed a budget and is like, I gotta get rid of this money. I have to market this money. How do I get rid of it? What if I just put it into a stadium? It won't help. There's never once in my life I've been like, even when it was Heinz, I've been like, you know what? I forgot that ketchup exists. Now I remember, and I will go buy Heinz ketchup. In fact, now I will buy Hunt's ketchup because Mahomes is a sponsor of it, and he's my boy. But regardless, it's idiotic. I mean, Denver, look at LA Stadium for the Lakers. It was, Staples for forever? And then all of a sudden, office supplies don't matter because COVID, and office supplies become irrelevant, and they rename it and buy it as crypto.com. How's that gone so far? Crypto's shit the bed since that moment. I just don't understand. One, it's companies allowing people to use their expenditures on garbage. It does not help. The sports mind, if you're like me, does not work that way. You don't like sit there and like read the stadium name and be like, oh, now I would like to, KFC Yum for Louisville. Now I really want KFC. No, it doesn't work that way. It's so stupid. People waste money, and they like a creature doesn't even exist in Pittsburgh. It's out of a different area. At least make it make sense. Like, at least Colorado Rockies have Coors Field, Coors, Denver, Colorado, Golden, Colorado. It makes perfect sense. It drives me nuts that these naming rights are so terrible and continue to happen, and that people pay out for them knowing they're going to lose money on this venture. There's no way you pay $10 million with a creature, or even $5 million, and get your money back on the naming rights, because everyone hates you naming the field that way. They remember it as Mile High or Arrowhead, not Geha Stadium in Kansas City. It's so idiotic. It drives me nuts that we can't figure this out as a culture. Just keep it the name. Now, sports teams, I get bottom dollar. You got to get paid out. I understand that. But why do companies continue to pour money into a losing venture? Stop doing it, companies, and then organizations can keep the great historic names that they have for these, stadiums. Like Soldier Field for Chicago. Should that just be, I don't know, Deep Dish Pizza Field? Like, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing, people. Why are we doing this? Stop right now. There's so many bad names. Reckoning's mentioning American Family Field. It's so bad. There's other terrible ones that I could go on and on with. But the reality is, don't feed into this. Don't love it. And stop making money off this. I hate it.
And there you have it. There it is. I'm with you, man. I just don't understand why people can't, why marketing teams can't be strategic, or why the stadiums can't be strategic. Like, if we're approached on our show, like we always are. That. I'll drink to that, says Cuban. There we go. Cheers. If we're approached on our show for a lipstick brand and they want to pay us a ton of money, like, is it going to be, like, is it hard to say no to money? But, like, does that brand align with what we got going on, right? And there's that football is king. These stadiums, these teams, they're making a ton of money, right? So, $10 million. If somebody's offering you 8 and it lines with you a little bit more, why not take something that, like, fits a little bit better, right? I think they just take the bottom dollar. That, hey, we need that money, that 10 million. It's just, we've seen it here in Colorado. You nailed it on the head. We've had Sports Authority Field. We've had Invesco Field. We've had, what happened? Like the old Mile High, and I know those days are gone. I know it's a corporate venture. Maurice, and well done, Scotty. You crushed it. I mean, how many stadiums? What you got? Lambeau Field. I think have they sold theirs? I think they're selling theirs.
Maybe not. But they're publicly owned, kind of.
Yeah. So, and then you got obviously, some of the big ones in baseball, Wrigley, and some of you change those names and you're just in trouble, right? But money talks eventually, and if you don't have those, this is crazy, man. Acrisure, like, no one is excited about Acrisure. No one, and that's the thing. It makes your brand. People hate it. People hate it because they don't like the fact that it's associated with a stadium that they like the old name better. And is there a little bit of like, hey, it's been the same for so long, Heinz? Like, Sure. I mean, when it changed to Heinz, I'm sure people were like maybe like not excited about Heinz, but they got used to it and it's been around for so long. It's what you know. But this sounds awful.
I mean, it's literal bullshit. It's literally someone being assigned to get rid of their marketing money and wasting it all on this, and the CFO or CEO agreeing because they want their company name out there, even though it's not going to pay back at all.
No. And
like, it's stupid.
And a lot of these,
so
like you
dumb.
said, have gone out of business. I mean, there's a lot of things that aren't working when it comes to all these stadium deals. So it is what it is. I'm afraid he was going to turn into a softy, A. Smith, but not with this one, says a Mandalorian. Captain Black, what's up? How are we doing, my friend? Welcome into the Action Lab. Sounds horrible. So you think stadium names are becoming corporate sellouts? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's all about the bottom dollar. It doesn't matter. Pay me. Highest bidder, we'll put your name. We'll slap your name on the side of a stadium. Your name here, and that's pretty much what you're buying. And regardless of what that means for your company and everything else, it is what it is. I agree. Scotty says Moab, just like our stadium going from Portland Rose Garden to Portland Moda Center. What the fuck? I
just don't understand these companies and thinking it'll pay out. It does not pay out.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's not even the fact that the name changed. It hurt, but many Steelers fans like me were okay with changing the name in general. This name sucks, and that's part of it. I mean, I remember exactly when they changed Mile High Stadium to Invesco Field, and I was like, then they tried to force it, and they tried to do Invesco Field at Mile High, and like it just didn't sound good. It sounded awful. It did. Now some have a good ring to it, right? Coors Field, its local brand, has a good ring to it. Ball Arena's grown on me a little bit. Ball Arena here. Ball Company is local.
Unless you're the Avs.
Unless you're the Avs and you play with pucks. Then it's like,
it's hard.
then you missed
confusing.
You missed out on the ball on that one. Like literally, because you have pucks. Would people disagree if it was Apple or Amazon? I don't know.
It depends on where that's at. I think some fit. It's just so rare. It's so rare now.
Yeah.
It's just companies bleeding money and just throwing money away to be the advertisement because they want the biggest dick in the room or something.
And is Acrisure getting a lot of love right now? I mean, we have them plastered all over our stream right now. I mean, they're not getting love from people, but their name is popping up, right? So they're achieving some goals in us talking about Acrisure, whatever, but it's not in
like a week.
It's not in a positive light, and people still like. Remember when Coke made a marketing decision to go to New Coke, and it was one of the worst marketing decisions ever, and they realized that it just wasn't going to work based off the backlash, and it's like, you know, you got to be thoughtful with some of these things that it's all about money now, and it's all about who's going to give you the most money. Chairman, they must think it's worth to keep doing it. They probably like the status, even if it doesn't seem to make financial sense, which is very hard to actually measure. You're exactly right, as Chairman says. Marie, I never heard of them before this deal, and they're a Michigan company. In the Bay, people still call Stadium the San Francisco Giants play a candlestick. No one talks about the Saints sponsor. It's always the Superdome, always will be. Cuban Benny, it is like a basketball with a maxi tampon field, etc. It's just crazy. So
it's out of control. I get why companies need it, but I actually don't get the people paying the sports teams for advertisement. I don't think you get paid out on that. I think you're too rested on your laurels and you feel great about your organization and you throw money away, quite frankly.
And as mentioned, football teams aren't struggling for cash, right? You're not nickel and diming. No. Like you're making good money if you're an NFL franchise. If you're like you're making great money, you're fine. You can afford to take a little less money to align with maybe something that you think your fan, like it fits a little bit better. It fits maybe a local brand that's going to pay you $2 million less. and it's going to fit, or whatever it may be. Just what we have there. But crazy. Yeah. I saw this news, and Reckoning was in our Discord talking about it, and I was just like, man, this is going to definitely pop up. There you go. Discord in the chat there. And then make sure you join in on all our socials. There you go. We're on all of our podcast networks. So make sure you join just wherever you have a podcast, search Action Lab. We will pop up on Spotify, on iHeart, all those other things. But that is going to do us for tonight. We are going to be live back here in the Action Lab again next week on Sunday. I'm sorry. We're going to be continuing our quarterback rankings, and we will be making sure that you guys love each and every second of all of our rankings moving forward, because I know you do. So here you go. We are at the end of it. We are little past the bottom of the hour here in Colorado. So at the 10:30 mark here in Colorado. So we will see you back here live on Sunday night. Reckoning, Scotty, you up for some more baseball trivia? Unfortunately, not minors. We're always down for some trivia.
Put it out there quick. It's my bedtime.
Want to give a big shout out to Tooth Pete and Shotmaster for the braids. Thank you so much. N Fuentes, thank you so much. Go Texans. 60 Mohawk, thank you so much for the follow as well. Appreciate you guys popping in and being a part of the stream. It means a lot to have you guys here. Realistically, like I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass. All of you guys are a valued part of our community, and we can't wait to continue to grow all of this with you moving forward. So
I think Chairman has a good idea here with we may need to start a support group in the Discord for those who have QBs in the bottom 21 to 32.
We can do that.
That makes a little sense.
Maybe we
could even listen. I'm not afraid to tell you why maybe your QB could leave that area. They're just not there now. They're not there yet right now. And if you're Chairman with Jared Goff, they're never leaving. They're never leaving.
Yeah. Great stream. Kristen Scotty says football wife. She loves the football talk. Hey, she's happy about it.
Yeah.
By the way, hold on. This is
and football wife's going to be up all night watching some golf. So.
Oh, yeah. No, she's going to be up
all football wife. Get some rest. At least, a couple hours tonight. You won't miss too much in the Open Championship.
Ouch up! I stuck up for you earlier.
I'm just joking, Chairman. You know I love you. But I'm kind of joking, Chairman. Do you think Goff will ever be top 20 again in the league? He can move up from where I have him ranked, but top 20, I don't know.
And keep in mind, guys, we are going to have a lot coming up when it comes to. We're going to be breaking down all of our division previews as the weeks go on. So we're going to get more and more into the football talk. We have potentially some cool things coming down the pipeline come this fall. I'm still working on some behind the scenes stuff, but making sure that we have some awesome things. I can't wait to bring bingo back. I can't wait to get our contest, our pick'em, our survivor, our regular fantasy football leagues. All of those will be coming very, very soon. We're going to be releasing details on all of those. So make sure you guys are following us on all of our socials, our Discord, and our channel here on Twitch, because you will get all of those updates each and every single time we release those. So can't wait to get those going. I want to go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's anybody to raid here tonight before the end of the night. Let me go ahead into our sports category to see if there's anything right off the bat. And then if not, I have an idea of someone else we can raid. So give me 1 second here and see what we got here. Scotty, throw out any other comments you have while I'm searching for some.
No, appreciate you all. This was a lot of fun. Even the people hating on me, it's all good. We can agree to disagree, and that's what makes these shows and sports in general great. Is you don't see eye to eye all the time, but the intrigue and the actual moment where they play and you're proven right or wrong or whatever it is. Marie, Drew Lock at least 20. You're just wrong. You're just wrong on that one. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you clearly love Drew Lock, and that's fine. That's fine. You can love Drew Lock.
You got
top 20? No, sir.
And
no, ma'am.
sometimes you just got to look at it, like take like your heart out of it. Sometimes like, you have that one thing that you're just like attached to and you're just like, but he's nice, or but like he's a great guy or whatever. And it's like, that doesn't change the fact that he's like not a great quarterback. So like he could be a greatest guy and you want to root for him and everything else, but that doesn't like if he was in, all right, let's put it this way, Marie, if he was in Denver, would we be excited about Drew Lock?
Marie would.
I can't agree with that.
It was all Shermer for Marie.
And but see, here's the thing. He's not winning the battle with this offensive coordinator in Seattle. Like he's still behind the 8 ball of Geno. Like he hasn't separated himself from Geno. He couldn't separate himself from Bridgewater and not Geno, and now they're looking still externally for options. That doesn't tell me that you have the confidence in his skill set for Drew Lock. Like, it's just, yeah, it's tough. Pierre missed all the fun. Yeah, he did.
I'm happy / sad that Pierre was not here for this stream.
He can join us on the podcast and he can listen to all the things that he missed, right? So there you go.
Yep.
Spotify, iHeart, Apple Radio, all of it.
He's drunk at the stadium somehow while working. I don't know what's happening there.
So we rated this guy last time and he was great. I loved what he was doing. He's a music guy that Chairman gave us, and I was kind of like, he was kind of a cool guy that we rated, and he was into sports too. Had a good
vibe.
He has a great vibe. So go give this guy some love. It is Human Juke 81. We're gonna go rate him. He has some cool, like just his energy is really, really, really cool. So stick around. You'll love him. Like Chairman said. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back here Sunday night. I have my days all jacked up. Be back here Sunday night, and we have so much to get to. So can't wait to have you guys back. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's all downhill from here. Go out, be a good person. Be a good person, and go live in the moment. Between now and Sunday, go live in the moment with your friends, your family. Put the phone away. Go just enjoy the people around you. Enjoy nature. Go enjoy just whatever it may be, and have a great rest of your week. And we will see you back here Sunday. Love you all.
Love you guys. Get your QB rankings ready from 20 to 11, apparently, and get ready to be mad.
Roger.
There you go.
But I can't wait to see you all back on Sunday.
Love you
see
guys.
you soon.
Have a good one.